Let's go. Let's do this. 17 seconds.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Xbox Live Party Podcast. My name is Ash, aka I'm a Ghostbuster, and you're joining us for the excitement of episode 34 of the XBL Party Podcast.
For 1 second, you were about to forget the number, right?
Yeah, that's it. I've stopped trying to guess. I have to go and look now. It's getting that bad in life where I've got to sort of have a note of where I'm up to. But yeah, hello everyone. Today we are joined by a special guest. It's TiMMEH. How's it going, sir?
TiMMEH!
It's funny how everyone keeps trying to do it and everyone does it in their own little way.
TiMMEH.
And there's always someone else who say, no, you got to do it like this. You're doing it wrong.
I'm sorry, my favorite episode was Cripple Fight. That was
the whole episode is just going to be us saying TiMMEH. That's it.
Gobblers?
You need animated to do it because he likes doing it the most.
All right.
How is everyone else then? How are you, Redders?
I'm doing good, mate. Doing good. Been bit of a slow week, but yeah, doing all right. Looking forward to tonight's episode. We've got some good topics to talk about and some things I'm really excited about. So yeah, let's get into it. Raring to go.
We got KY Bob, we got Fabio, we got False Alucard, and we have got Slayer exclusive gaming this week. The only person missing is the Gta Gaming. He is currently at CBeebies Land. He likes going to these like sort of young children theme parks. He claims it's because he's going with his kids, but we know he just enjoys like the child rides.
I bet he's there on his own.
Yeah, but that's too exciting for him. That's sort of like the CBeebies Land sort of water like thing where it just slowly creeps along. That's like his thrill limit.
I bet he's too short to go on any of the rides.
That's it. Yeah. We'll meet one day in public, and he
doesn't reach that height limit.
That could be true.
It could be true, yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Hee Boy in the chat. Thank you for joining yet again. So we'll jump straight in, shall we, with what we've been playing this week. We'll start with you, Bob. What have you been playing this week?
Far Cry has come back to gaming.
Someone's excited. Okay.
That's all I've played.
That's it. Okay, well done. Is it good? Is it worth it?
If you like Far Cry games, you will be in love with it. If you wanted Far Cry to change, you will be unhappy.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
What if I just wanted Far Cry as good as Far Cry 3?
Far Cry?
Far Cry, yeah.
Well,
Far Cry.
That's
a new game.
Isn't that thing you can't feed out to 12 o'clock in Gremlins?
Jesus Christ, Ash, don't share yet the new show. Far Cry.
Is Far Cry what Lord Farquaad plays?
Exactly. From that good old movie Shrek.
Farquaad likes his Far Cry.
Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
If you
boy says he's playing FIFA 22 online draft, so wish him luck.
Mate,
so
I
good
feel
luck,
bad
mate.
for
You just can't win though. You can't win when you have
good old laggy servers and all that rubbish.
If you haven't seen the new documentary that's out on IGN's website right now, or their YouTube channel, it's how the villains of Far Cry were created, and really that's what Far Cry has become since the third one. It's become these great iconic villains played by famous actors, and 6 is no exception. Mm-hmm. And it's just every Far Cry game is built on itself since 3, and 6 everything is just more pristine, more sharp, better resolution, and the acting done by the antagonist is top notch. So if you like Far Cry games, you'll be in love with it.
Primal?
No, Primal's
Primal's ace. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Primal
it's just weird.
was a great game. It took so much backlash for being a reskin Far Cry 4. That's the only thing that was wrong with it.
I got that far into it though, then stopped playing it for some reason, and I could never get back into it because I was so far. I was like, I don't want to have to start again.
Yeah. I've done that
actually
a lot
liked
of
it.
times.
The ending was pretty cool for that one too.
That's a problem when you have a really like a big giant game. You have to keep on going.
Do you want to know what I love about the Far Cries is that they never have a good ending, ever. They're always a really bad ending. Like you had the spoiler alert, you had the nukes that drop at the end of Far Cry 5. You got all your friends murdered at the end of Far Cry 3. It was just there's never been a Far Cry where there's been a good ending for the hero, and that's what I love about them. You just wait that inevitable clusterfuck at the end of it. It's great.
Another spoiler warning. I got a secret achievement on Far Cry 6 because. And there's a point in Far Cry 6 where you can either choose to help this band of guerrillas take back their nation, or you can just get on the boat that you agreed you would get if you helped them in the beginning. Just get on this boat and go to Miami. So
is this a missable achievement?
A what?
Is it a missable achievement?
Yeah,
yes, it's a missable achievement.
I think this is like just like every game, right? Where it has like
like
a quick ending, like as soon as you start the game, basically. Yeah. Okay.
Fabio, what was
this
that
is
game?
more like
every game has that.
It was like a first-person game. It's on Game Pass, and it had like black goo and stuff, and you had to craft things. And I can't remember. We played it for like an hour.
Sorry, watch.
There was like a game on Game Pass. What was it called?
First person.
Black goo.
It might have been a 30 person. You could flick to first and third, and you were fighting like little monsters and stuff. We played it for like an hour. It wasn't that great.
Oh, is it the? Let me see. I think I have it in my.
But there's an achievement for that right at the beginning. You walk around a corner. It's like, don't pass through this door. Go home or enter. And you're like, all right, fuck you. I'll not bother. You walk off and get an achievement.
I have no idea. I don't remember. Like I don't remember the name of it.
Is it Drake Hollow?
Drake Hollow, that's it.
Drake Hollow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you haven't played that game right at the beginning, turn around and say, "Nah, I'm not doing that," and you get an achievement for just telling them to piss off. And I also got confused when you said you were helping like a band of gorillas like win the people back. I'm like, when was it Planet of the Apes game? Like, I'm so confused.
There we go.
I haven't seen any trailers with gorillas in.
The same with that. We happy few. If you decide not to take the
the pill.
Take the pill or something, then it kicks you out the game or something, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then gives you an achievement for taking it. So you have to choose to refuse the pill to carry on.
That's true.
What have you been playing then, Redders?
I have been playing Far Cry 6 as well. Yeah, it's
and Smite. You just played that fucking game.
I've had a few rounds of Smite.
Like every time that I'm on Discord, I just see Redders playing Smite. Like
I'll tell you why. It always says I'm playing Smite, right? It's because when I'm not at the flat, I like to keep my computer on at all times, and rather than have like it turn off, like set up to standby mode like a normal person, I just leave Smite running in the background, so then the computer won't turn off. So that's why it shows I'm playing it over and over again. But yeah, I haven't. Wink. I have had a few games. Of Smite, but mostly I've been playing Far Cry 6 this week. And what a game!
Nice.
Absolutely awesome. Loving it.
Oh my god, who could have guessed? Rather actually giving a compliment to Ubisoft. Amazing.
Here's the thing, right? I fucking love Ubisoft games. I don't like the fact that they're all a bunch of predators.
Yeah, let's
love...
talk about Watch Dogs Legions.
Watch Dogs Legion was shit, but the first two were great. Valhalla was shit, but everything before that was great. Here's the thing, right? I love Ubisoft franchises. Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Watch Dogs. I'll play them, and I'll probably enjoy them, albeit,
apart from the never-ending collectibles and stuff that blows the hell out of you.
The thing that I've hated most about Ubisoft games in recent years is the absolute bloat of the games. You don't need to have, a million fucking collectibles and do a million puzzles for each fucking chest in the game. It's infuriating. It pisses me off. Ubisoft, if you're watching this, sort your fucking shit out. I don't want to be doing it. I'll do it, but I don't want to be doing it. It's not as bad as what's it called? Assassin's Creed Unity, though, to be fair, where you had like 400 chests around Paris that you had to fucking open each one of them for an achievement. That was an absolute joke. But Yeah, Far Cry 6 is great.
After this big rants.
until Reddit
No.
finds out that there's a bunch of collectibles in that game too.
No, I know there's collectibles in
Exactly.
that game, but to be fair, Far Cry is usually a bit more friendly on the old collectible front. So
Here's one suggestion.
I say that now, I'll
to
probably find
Ubisoft.
out there's like 500 in the new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly they should rename Far Cry to Far Cry because this is way better.
Why?
It's like the British version.
Just don't feed it after midnight.
Far Cry.
Yeah.
Don't get water on it.
That never makes sense, that, right? There's water in food, 1. And 2, it's always after midnight. Before midnight is after midnight. What sort of and what happens if it goes from a different country? It's clearly an imported monster because it comes out of that little sort of knick-knack shop. So it's clearly in Chinatown. So it's come from a foreign land where they've got a different time zone. So it's always after midnight. Mind blown. It's a shame.
I'll tell you what, I have run into a few issues. I have run into a few issues with Far Cry 6. But I wouldn't say they're game breaking. They're more like nagging issues. Like if you resume the game from quick resume, it will kick you out, and then you won't be able to get back in at all.
Really?
And you won't be able to get rid of the chat menu, the chat option that says you're about to quit the game, so you have to leave the game and then restart it, and that's really annoying. I don't like the way that I don't like the way that enemies just seem to fucking appear from nowhere. They literally just like, boom, there's an enemy right beside you when he wasn't there 2 seconds ago. It's almost like,
the good old
Russian
Russian
dolls.
dolls. I mean, the amount of time
Well,
they
like-
just jump out of nowhere and start attacking you.
And there's been a few cutscenes where frames have started, but none of it's game breaking at all. I would say it's a very solid game. I'm not very far into it. I'm probably about 4 or 5 hours, but absolutely loving it. It's a great game. It's a solid entry into the season, or into the franchise.
Into the season.
None of us can talk today. It's messing everything
everything is battle royale.
Damn.
Everything is battle royale. Simple as that.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about that
Woohoo.
later today. That's one of the topics, unfortunately.
Everyone
Yeah,
knows
Far
Far
Cry
Cry.
haven't decided to join that Far Cry Battle Royale.
Oh,
There
don't.
will be one day.
Yeah.
It makes me
expansion.
sad. I was thinking it makes me sad that this is going to be like the last Far Cry of its kind, because after this it's going to a fucking live service, and nobody wants that. Nobody asked for that. Don't kill my fucking game, Ubisoft.
They're all
Like,
going to
I
become
suppose if they do it as a
live
live service, it
service
saves
game.
them having to keep making them new games all the time, because they just add content to the one game, and that way they don't
They
have to
get-
concentrate on
Yeah.
making a new
Well,
one.
then get in new people with fresh ideas for the content. Don't just give us a fucking cookie cutter and say, here, we're just going to keep updating this shit every couple of months. I want a new game.
Did
Oh.
you see the DLC they have planned for Far Cry 6?
No.
That's quite interesting. You can see it on the little game thing, can't you? When you go into the first
Yeah.
camp you come to, you got like a little computer game thing, and you click on and it shows the screen of the next DLC bit.
Yeah, the 3 DLCs planned for the next year are going. You get to play as the iconic villains. You get to play
Oh,
as
yeah.
Boss. You get to play as Pagan Man, and then you get to play as Joseph Seed.
I wonder if they brought the actors
Okay,
back
that's
to
awesome.
Wow, that's
do
pretty
voice
cool.
lines for those.
I hope they did. The actors
Yeah.
made those characters.
Yeah, for sure. I loved Michael Mandow. I think he's a very underrated actor. He definitely deserves more work.
For one moment, I was thinking that the 3 new expansions were going to be like, it's gonna be a battle royale. It is also going to have a season pass, and then everything that Rada said
God.
that he loves Ubisoft was going just to.
Yeah,
Well,
just
The
drop their
season-
pants and just squeeze one out right over it.
the season pass actually is what comes. Those 3 DLCs come with the season pass.
No, but
I
I
don't mind
mean,
the season. That's the
with,
thing, I don't mind the season pass when it's content like that. When it's like
No, but
good,
like,
solid
I-
content.
Right.
no, but I
That's
mean
what
like game breaking microtransactions. That's what I mean.
Yeah, like if it's a season
no.
pass where it's just like get some new guns every couple of weeks. That's crap. No one wants
What
that.
you mean, like they've added to Marvel Avengers with the old XP flipping microtransactions?
Yeah, but like if you're gonna give us like a solid DLC where you've got like a whole entire new quest chain and shit, I'm all for that. I mean, that's the kind of season pass I like. It worked well with Valhalla. I was disappointed with Siege of Paris, but those are the kind of DLCs that I like. Something that's gonna give you a couple more hours of time.
New Valhalla
It's supposed to be
DLC's
a
out
new
next
one, yeah.
week, where you get
Oh,
to
that's the-
live the life of a Viking.
Discovery tour, innit?
That's it. Yeah.
Unless they add achievements, I've got no interest in
I-
going back to it.
I
It's
like
gonna
the
cost another
Discovery
20 odd
tour.
quid for that, isn't it?
For the last Assassin's Creed game. No,
They're
for the one-
charging you for the Discovery tour?
It's part, and I think it's free. I think it's free for everyone.
free, is it?
But
Ah, right. That's I didn't
It's
never
out
charge for
next
a
week.
previous one.
Oh,
Kind of, it should be free because you are doing nothing. You are just watching.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool though. Like the one for Assassin's Creed Origins was cool because you get to explore like, they tell you about everything about the history and like how they lived and everything. That was really fun.
Yeah. I like the Oranges one. The Oranges one was really good. But
Yeah.
I only really play them if they put achievements to them. I don't really get involved because for me, once the game's got all the achievements, it's dead to me until they have more achievements.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Who cares if you are going to learn something from that mode? I just care for the achievements, right?
If I wanted to learn that
achievements.
badly, I would just go on Wikipedia. It's that simple.
You don't want to spend hours and hours climbing cliffs again, do you, Ian?
No, I don't. Not at all. Not in
Like
any
in
way, shape,
Odyssey.
or form. Oh my god, Odyssey! When you finally make it to Elysium, what an absolute joke! Like you got this beautiful, beautiful Elysium, but then every quest is, oh, go climb that cliff. Oh, go jump off that cliff. Oh, go climb that cliff. And it's like, I don't want to keep climbing cliffs. I'm not playing cliff climbing simulator. I'm playing Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
What have you
it's
played this
building-
week then, Timmy?
Ran over. Sorry.
Oh man.
I've played Marvel Avengers, trying to finish off the campaign for that. And then also the Battlefield 2042 beta. And then Far Cry 6.
Speak to the Battlefield beta. I've heard some people
Yeah.
say it's fantastic and some people say it's awful.
It's like a running simulator. You spend more time running trying to flipping get to places than you do actually playing the game.
I really enjoyed it in a weirdly way. I kept getting wrecked, like absolutely destroyed, but I really enjoyed it.
That sounds like Armour to me, though. Armour, all I ever seemed to do was run around until I died.
I've got to be honest,
Armour's
though.
I was saying, they
amazing.
made the
I'm like,
maps a
what?
bit smaller so you could get into conflict a lot easier.
It
Then it wouldn't be
doesn't
so bad, but
It doesn't
when you're
feel
running
like
around
I'm
like a
playing
hundred
128
chicken
players.
trying to find someone, it's not fun.
I couldn't imagine it.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't feel like you're playing against 100. It doesn't feel like you're playing with 128 players. It feels very empty a lot of the time.
Probably because it was.
Yeah.
Are they going to fill it with bots, though, when there's not enough players?
Apparently, yeah. But
Otherwise, that's going to be
people,
really
people are complaining that the bots are too hardcore. Like they're getting wrecked by bots. So
What?
you can never
Can you
win.
imagine all bots coming in like teabagging people and just running off? Yeah. No scoping them.
Yeah.
I'm one of those
It'd be
like,
like those bots in the Infinite Flight. Those bots were actually having conversations with each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nuts. I was
Wow.
like, who's this? These people aren't in my party, and it was the freaking bots talking to each other.
Wow, that's
hell?
crazy.
Skynet, innit?
Say-
Skynet
say-
taking
say-
over. Start with
Saying
Halo
how-
first.
Yeah, the bots talking to each other, saying how they fucked your mom.
Oh my god.
It was almost that bad. I mean, it was.
Halo has now become self-aware.
Yeah. Oh god.
How did you miss that
Say
shot?
that.
You fucking noob! Like the bot saying that.
Oh,
Excellent.
shit. What have you been playing this week then, Slayer?
So for me, it's been kind of a busy week. I played a bunch of indie games, and I played some ESO, some Rocket League, the usual games, and kind of went back a little bit into Dungeons and Dragons: Dark Alliance for a little bit. It was kind of weird because I felt like the gameplay felt a little bit more sluggish than it was when I first played it, when it first came out, which is a little bit strange. I don't know if that was just, I guess I just forgot about how the combat felt, or I don't know if they made some strange
Has it been
changes.
updated or?
I think so. I heard that it was, but I mean,
Might
I
get back to
remember. I remember it got quite a few patches, but I mean, I don't know. Like maybe I just got to get back into it because I only really played it for like an hour. Whereas the first time I played it for like a couple, like maybe 4 or 5 hours. So I guess I got used to it over that time. But then the hour was just, because it was literally I played it back in June, and now coming back to it in like October, it's quite a bit of time. So
Yeah, I played it when it came out. It just felt incredibly clunky to me. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
Everything was attacking you from all sides, and you couldn't parry any of it. It just didn't. Nothing seemed to work.
yeah.
We
I remember that
actually
game
tried
had
to
really
play-
bad AI though, where the enemies.
Yeah,
would just
they'll
stand
run
there.
away. Yeah, they'll run away. If you go past like a certain point, they'll come at you. But then as soon as you go back over that point, they'll run off.
Sometimes the AI could be a bit OP on that game.
Didn't we try?
I'd rather have an AI that just
game?
pressures you the second they see you till you're dead, rather than like go through like an invisible wall where like they'll attack or not attack.
Yeah, they run away.
Yeah, silly.
It's like that in Far Cry. The dogs, like if you like, the dogs will go through for a little bit, and then as soon as you like do a bit, they run off. You do a bit of damage, but they just run away.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Have you seen the dog? They're called amigos, but have you seen the dog that is the dog from Blood Dragon?
No.
It's a black dog. It's bulletproof, and it's got a red eyes and a red mouth. And when you get into a conflict, like when you go guns a-blazing into an outpost, that dog immediately goes after all the other dogs and rips them to shreds.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
What
wild.
amigo are you running around with, Bob?
Right now, I'm using the dog. It's called K9000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm using Guapo, and he's fucking useless.
Yeah, I want the little handicap dog.
I got
Dorito,
so
yeah.
he's quite fun.
Yeah.
You watch him like try to climb stuff, because he's so tiny. You see his little tiny dog trying to climb over a fence and stuff.
It takes him ages to get anywhere, doesn't it? Oh my god, sorry, Slayer. I just realised I've completely cut you off from what you're playing.
No, it's alright, it's alright. But yeah, like, I think Fabio was saying, like, we played that game together as well for a little bit. But yeah, like I played it. I didn't play it with AI. I played it with friends. So I don't know. Does it when you play single player, does it fill the other characters with bots, or are you just by yourself?
I don't know.
By yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
don't know.
All right. Well,
by
yeah, but yeah, we played it. Oh, you are okay. Yeah. So I mean, my friends were just like, oh, I don't know if I want to go back into this game. So I was just like, all right, I'll just finish it off by myself since, because we got literally like halfway. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna give up on this game at this point. And then I played this game. I played through this old 360 arcade game that was, I think it came out in 2013. It's called Blood Knights. It's this isometric RPG about these two vampires that, well, one is a human, but then he becomes a vampire. Literally at the beginning of the game, and basically it's like this really dated like the story is even like low budget and stuff like that, but it was pretty cool. It was like 4 hours long. And then played Alan Wake for the first time, the remastered. So very first time playing Alan Wake, so that was pretty cool.
I find it.
Yeah, I like it. I think so. For me, yeah.
I've never played it. It's always one of those games I always meant to play but never did. So
Like
I played it for 2 hours, and I think it's pretty good. I mean, for the fact that it's $30, I think that's like amazing. Like I was literally telling somebody the other day because they were like asking me like, because they actually played a 360 version. It was a coworker of mine, and he's like, I played it for like 30-45 minutes, and I was like, well, I kind of got the gist of the game, so I'm just gonna stop. And I'm like, all right, I'll see what happens. So then when I went back to him, I was like, listen. When I think about the fact that this game is like, it's not like an arcade game or an indie game or something like that, and it's $30. It is an old remaster of an old game, but the fact that it's $30, whereas a game like Rustler is $30, then you're just like, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. Like I would rather play this for $30 than play Rustler, because like this definitely feels like it's worth $30.
But
IGM pretty much took a dump on it, didn't they? The remaster.
Oh, did they?
When it plays the lime and the coconut song in the cafe, that's funny.
Yeah, I've only gotten through episode 1 so far, and I like it. I enjoy it. It's
I told you would like
get
it.
an achievement. You got to listen to that song through twice, that lime and the coconut song. You got
Yeah.
to listen for it twice to get achievement. Just a bit.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Maybe those characters in that game are great.
I don't know whether that's
Just
the same on the
fantastic.
remaster, but it was on the 360 though.
I think
I
the
think
achievements
they're
are
all
the
the
same. Yeah, the achievements are the same. So there's a lot of collectibles though. I'm not a fan of that, and I hate
No, nor me.
I hate that games, and I don't, games don't really do this that much anymore. But there's, first of all, you gotta like play through the game like in regular and then nightmare mode, and you can't unlock nightmare mode till you
Yeah.
finish the regular game, which I
Yeah.
hate games that do that.
I hate
And
that
then-
as well.
And then the other achievement that I hate is the fact that the collectibles, you can't even do it unless you play nightmare mode, because some of the collectibles are tied to only nightmare mode.
Yep.
And I'm like, why?
Wow.
Why?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
They want you to
Yeah.
play that game so many times, but
yeah,
it's great.
crazy.
Did you ever play the remake of Devil May Cry? That game had like 7 different
No.
modes, and they expected you to complete it on every different mode.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it was rough.
I remember Bullet
way.
Witch on the 360. It was like a launch game. It was awful.
I remember that name. Yeah, I remember that
One
name.
of them had you had to finish it on every single difficulty, but like the ultra extreme mega difficulty was like 10G, if that, or 5G.
Get out of
something
here.
stupid.
That's not worth
And
it.
I was like, no, it was rock hard anyway because it was just bad.
Yeah. And what's
So-
worse is that when they don't build on each other, like, you know, where you can't like play on the hardest difficulty and then you get all of them. It's
That's
like,
why
no,
I
you gotta
like
play
Halo
it.
for that. Halo
Yeah,
are good because it
exactly.
stacks. So.
Yeah, exactly. It
Got that
stacks.
with
Like,
Rise though. With Rise to the Road, even though if you completed the levels on the harder difficulty, you only got 5D for each one you did.
oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Rubbish.
Mm.
But although
Big
that
shout
game
out to
wasn't that
Stubbs
hard.
in
Though.
chat as well. Hello, bud. Thanks for joining us this week.
Yeah, but that's about it. I definitely want to continue Alan Wake tonight. It is a little bit, you know, there were some like not really scary moments. It's not like, you know, like jump scares or anything like that. It's just that those the Taken are, man, they're vicious.
Yeah.
It's like they don't like I'm playing it on normal and it's like they don't give me any breathing room. There's like 3 of them coming at me at once, and like if I try to like shine my flashlight at one of them, the other 2 are just like mauling me, and I'm like, oh crap. Like I actually died once so far, so it's not too bad for 2 hours, but I was like, wow, these guys don't stop. You know how some games, like if you have like 3 enemies coming at you, like only one of them attacks you at a time. This game is not like they all just come at you. So it's like,
Yeah, this game I think was ahead of its time. Like it really was.
it's pretty good. I definitely like this game kind of, for me, I feel like I would not be surprised if a game like this came out like right now. Like if it came out today, I would be like, yeah, this is actually pretty good. Doesn't feel like it's a game from that time period. So
Yeah, it was one of my favorite 360 games, so I hope you enjoy it. The problem is, I must admit, it never gets fully resolved, which is the shame. It's one of those stories that it builds to something that they were going to do a sequel, and then we never got that sequel, which is which sucks.
Like Quantum Break.
Yeah, like Quantum Break. It's got that sort of end where there could easily be a proper sequel, but they never give us it, basically.
now
So-
I heard that this game is like set in the same universe. Is it not, or is it not?
Yes, it is now.
Yeah.
Of Control.
Oh, okay. Or like
Yeah,
Control and Quantum Break,
Yeah.
they're all supposed to
Yeah.
be the same.
Because like there is
Whoa.
like, and I don't know if this is related, but like literally like one of the collectibles is like a TV show that you watch,
Yeah.
and like the first one I've only seen one so far, and like that show actually seems tied to Quantum Break, at least for me.
I never understood the hype for Control. That game was a mess when it came out on the Xbox One. It's just
as you're going through as you're going through the agency in Control, you can actually find hidden documents that refer to the incident at Bright Falls with Alan Wake.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Alan Wake's
it's
in the
real
DLC
sweet.
as well. They actually did Alan Wake-based DLC at the end.
Yeah, there is DLC in this game, and I'm definitely gonna play through that as well.
I
What I
wonder why
don't
they never
like,
made a
though-
second one.
And I don't know how much of a spoiler this is, but I literally
Microsoft didn't want
watched
them to.
one of the trailers for this game, and I mean, and I didn't really like playing it for the 2 hours. I didn't really know this. It kind of made sense when I heard it, but like one of the trailers literally, I feel like gave away like the ending, or just was like a spoiler, because it said like, I don't know if it was a launch trailer or something like that, but it said like, oh yeah, the lake has an effect on this world. And I'm like, oh well, that's not what I was expecting. Like I was like, all right, thanks game, like thanks for the trailer. Yeah, like what the hell? Like I knew there was something off, but like okay, I didn't know
remember
that
the lake
much.
being a major factor. It's been a long time since I played it, though.
Like it
Well,
was
it
one of the
might be.
characters that says
Oh.
it, like
Oh,
I guess
right.
in the
I
middle of
have
the
no
game, and it's
idea.
like it was in the trailer, and I'm like, why? Why would you put that in the trailer? That makes no sense to me. But all right, thanks for that, I guess. So.
What have you been playing this week, then, Alucard?
Well, Alan Wake, of course, because I picked that up. I bought the physical copy because I have to own it. I got some games I have to own the physical copy. I don't know why. Just one of those things.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, because like the original was so great, and I like the remaster. Could it be better? Yeah. It definitely looks better, and it plays really smooth. Some parts look really good, and some parts look kind of like okay, which is weird. I don't know why, but that game's really dark, so you have to mess with your like settings, because it's like so dark. So
I didn't have that problem actually.
I did. I don't know. My TV's I think sucks, so That's
Oh.
why.
My TV sucks, but I do have a console that is capable of running games at 4K
Yeah.
with HDR.
Yeah, you need to do
double
something
V.
about that.
I know.
Like all of that, so like I have this overpowered console, but I
know.
don't have a TV that justifies it. Like
You're missing out.
I
You're
know.
missing out. For
I know.
sure.
I gotta go. I want to go get a new TV really bad. I
mean, they're
tell-
super cheap now. They're like getting
not-
cheaper by the day.
I'm not gonna tell anybody though in my family because they're gonna be like, they don't even know what 4K is. Like seriously, they don't even know what that is. Like, they're like, "What's 4K? I don't even understand what it is." But so like Alan Wake, and I was playing.
So sorry, the only problem, and I don't know if you feel this way too, Alucard. The only issue that I have with that game is the fact that the button for sprinting and dodging is the same. Why? Why is that a thing? That makes no sense. Like, okay, if I want to sprint and I want to dodge, I have to press the same button. Like for sprinting, you hold it down, and then for dodging, you have to press it. Like, what the hell is that? Like half the time, like I'm like trying to sprint, and he just dodges. Like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing?
I
bro?
don't know.
That's
Get
not
to
what
it.
I'm-
Like,
Or like when I try, or like even when I'm in the fight, like I try to dodge and he starts sprinting away. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want it to dodge. Like, freaking.
wait a second. Alan Wake sprints.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you
yeah.
sure
I
about
thought we
that?
had
I mean,
for 2 seconds,
Alright,
for
he
2
jogs.
seconds, and
Alright,
then
fine.
he just simple as that.
I was
He
just
gets
saying,
really,
the button,
he gets
the
really
button is the
tired
same.
though, really fast.
Yeah, he does.
Exactly.
It is in the night though, so he's probably just really tired.
No,
Yeah, he's running constantly, man. Running
he's had a
away,
whole day at work. What are you on about?
Yeah, exactly. His wife
Time
kissed
for
him off
showing.
by putting a typewriter in his room when he was supposed to be on vacation. He got angry.
False Alucard reminded me when he said he's got to own the physical copy. Blast from the past, right here,
Nice. Wow.
straight from
Nice.
2010,
Wow, that's awesome.
collector's edition.
Looks in
Nice.
good condition too. Nice.
Actually, you know, you're sending that to Facebook.
If we get 1,000 subscribers, Bob is going to give away that.
Oh,
Anyone watching on Facebook is going, what the fuck's he on about?
The best thing about that is you could get, if you put the disc in from that, you got the 360 background
Yes.
and the costume for the avatar, and it wasn't linked a one use because my mate got the collector's edition, and I put the disc in my Xbox and got the background and the character outfit as well. So.
Oh,
Nice
nice. Both of you.
collection,
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
So it wasn't one of those ones. It wasn't
All
a
right, Bob,
code back
there you
then.
go.
It was actually on the disc.
You got to send
You
it to
just
all
have
of
to
us,
in
and
it.
then we'll send it back to you.
Exactly.
That's it.
You can't really use it because the avatars, they don't use those avatars
Yeah.
anymore, and they don't have
Absolute travesty.
and the background. They got rid of the good bit. They like the animated bit of the background. It's now just like the plain background on Xbox.
Ah, that sucks.
It's such a wasted opportunity.
Yeah.
And so like Alan Wake and then back to Forza, getting ready for Forza 5. Playing all the different games for like Microsoft reward points, like Game Pass quests and stuff like that. It's like a part-time job. But yeah, that's about it for me.
Nice. What about you then, Fabio? Stubb says you smashed it on midweek gaming last week. So what were you playing the rest of the week?
Yeah, as Stubbs just mentioned, during this week I was a guest during the midweek gaming. It was just awesome to talk with everyone there. And for this week, I've been playing a little game that we needed to make a review. Sure, were kind enough to send us the review code called Rainbow Billy: The Curse of Leviathan. Really beautiful game in terms of the message that it wants to give. And like besides that, I've been playing a lot of Rare games, the Rare Studio games. So I've been playing Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Yes, it has cars. Get over it. I've been playing also Grabbed by the Ghoulies, Killer Instinct, Golds 1, 2, and also the most recent one. And that's about it. Like I just love to play Rare games because it's my favorite studio.
Yeah. And we also played another level of Halo 2 on
Yeah.
Legendary.
Okay, I forgot
Finally
that.
got through that level after.
We played Halo 2 Legendary, and we also played Nickelodeon, All Stars, Super
Bro.
Smash Bros. Bro, I don't care. I don't know the name.
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl it was. We played a few hours of that on release day, didn't we? Yes.
Yeah.
Really
We
fun
played.
game, but the online suffers connection issues. depending on who you're playing with and what level and what characters. There seems to be certain levels are laggy compared to others, but offline you have absolutely no issues. Offline, and like even if I play multiplayer on my same console with like local play, it works perfectly. I don't think you were expecting so many.
It's just so fun, like especially the towns. We had a session a couple of seconds where we just keep spamming the towns over and over.
I heard from somebody that that game supposedly has Goku in it. Is that true?
No,
has anyone
it
heard
doesn't.
Oh,
sure?
Goku's not from Nickelodeon.
Goku.
No, I know, but I heard that, there's like an Easter egg or something like that.
It also has Naruto.
You don't know who Goku is?
No.
He's from Dragon Ball.
Oh, okay.
Really, Radders?
I don't even watch anime, and I know who that is.
Okay. Why is Radders part of this podcast? I didn't allow it. I didn't allow it.
Fabio says you're out. I've got to get rid of you. Bye-bye.
That's it.
There he goes. Bye.
We'll let him back.
There we go. Much better. Jesus, he's back.
But yeah, I haven't actually played much either. I mean, I played Halo with you and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl with you. And I can't believe we got through that Halo because I was so tired that day. And we've struggled with that level with input lag for ages. And then we played it and it was just like, and that's the end of the level. And we're like, oh, right, well, that was easy. That was really easy.
Yeah, no. It was funny because during the level just ends. It has nothing that indicates that this is the ending section of the level.
No, it's just like fly over here and that was it.
And then we just finished and we were like, wait, we done it?
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
It's one where you're the arbiter and then you end up flying around on banshees.
It's the first level where you play as the arbiter. So
yeah.
In Halo 2.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon, like people say it doesn't work. It does work. It's just if you're playing with people from like different regions of the world, the lag isn't ideal on some levels.
Like if you are from the UK and you are playing with someone from Brazil, you're gonna have some issues.
Yeah, but like I said, I played. Then while we were online, I played someone else and I didn't have any issues. When I play offline, I have no issues, which is where I'm going to play it 90% of the time anyway. But the online has suffered at launch for sort of connection issues, which I think maybe because it's more popular than they were expecting, because it is a very small indie game. When you look at it, it's not a big budget.
It's like a Nickelodeon version of Smash Brothers, isn't it?
Well, everyone's saying it's like Smash Brothers, but it's fun, but it's very limited. It's lacking a lot of the sort of extra mode Smash Brothers has. But for what you expect it to be, like a smaller indie dev sort of licensed game, it's one of the better ones. It's just a shame the internet connection, like online play, is a bit broken.
And like, here's the thing: it is overpopulated right now because the release date for this game was the date where Smash just announced its last updates and character. So like, okay, Smash is done, so let's go to this one.
Yeah,
so,
that's it. No Master Chief in Smash, unfortunately. It's I can't remember his name now. The blonde guy from
Sora.
Kingdom Hearts. That's it. Yeah,
I think that's the name.
Yeah,
he's not even blonde.
Is he not? Oh,
I don't know why you think
I'm getting him mixed up with Cloud because they both got stupid hair and they both got big sword things.
But Roxas is blonde.
Big sword.
From the later games.
Doesn't he have a key, mate? From
it's a key sword.
Has a key.
It's a magical giant key sword, and
Cloud's
got like a magical giant gun sword thing. So just giant swords with guys with sticky out hair. They're the same thing. Apples and oranges.
Like the most funny part of this announcement was that at the beginning of the announcement there was this big CGI going on with all the Smash characters. And then you just see a fire at the distance in the darkness, and then you see a bonfire. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's Dark Souls! There's gonna be a Dark Souls character in Smash." And then you just see that fucking kid.
Yeah, big letdown.
Doomsayers come to Smash, hasn't he?
Costumes.
Oh, okay.
So if you play as like a Nintendo avatar, you can put a Doom guy costume on him. Or her,
yeah.
or them. But I've had a really quiet week, to be fair. I've played, like, other than that game, I've played that Rainbow Billy, same as you.
Yep.
Really enjoying it. I've put up a first impressions video today, and there's a full review video coming by Fabio tomorrow. So it's a really sweet, like, 2.5D platforming game with a really nice sort of moral and sort of heart to it. It won't be for everyone, but it works well.
Like a short review, but mostly because I wanted to focus on the message behind the game and not spoil much of it.
Yeah. And then I've been playing Underland, which is like a sci-fi puzzle game that's by Cubite Interactive. It's all right. It's sort of like 2D pixel art, and you're basically trying to get down to... You've come back from space, and like the planet is wrecked, but everyone lives underground, like in the Matrix. So you're basically working your way down each level to underground to get to the people. So it's quite interesting. It's got like you have to use like liquid physics and stuff like that for puzzles, which is nice. So and then the only other thing I've been playing, I'm about halfway through, is A Juggler's Tale, which is like an indie game that came out recently. And it's basically the story of a girl who was like held captive at a circus who escapes. But you're playing it from like a story perspective. So when you're actually playing, you're not the actual girl. You're like a puppet of the girl with strings and stuff like that. It's very weird. Looks nice. But it's only about a 2-hour game, I would assume, playing through it story-wise. It's just like a run right from left to right, and then sort of doing little, very minor puzzle things to progress at certain points.
I don't know, right, how you and the Ginner can sit through some of these titles. I just don't get it. You play games that would literally drive me fucking crazy in 20 minutes.
There's you that sat there listening to a radio for half an hour to get an achievement on it.
I put the radio going. I fucked off and did something else.
I like how you say Ash and Jenna. What about me? I'm the one that actually
good point. Slayer's the worst.
competing with Ash.
Like I just love how Slayer wanted to be included. It's just like, wait a second, I want to be part of the shit.
Wait, I play shit games too.
No, you see, but that's the thing. I don't call them shit. At least not all.
Oh my god!
Like
I just can't do it.
Like the lake reminds me of what's that game called? Like a lot of those walking simulators,
but slower and boringer.
I tried playing Sable.
God.
I tried playing Sable. My god,
that game was confusing. You don't know where you're
going. I got 20 minutes into it. I'm like, this is fucking boring. I need something a bit more exciting.
Have you played Omno?
No,
I thought that game was amazing.
That's
amazing.
Omno, but that Omno
the jumping
amazing.
annoyed me, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I can't deal with games that have a lot of dialogue because I'm blind as shit and I find reading really difficult.
If you don't like Omno, then you're not. Yeah,
Raji,
we don't like the same game.
You're not a gamer.
Go
play
Raji
was good as well if you played that. Raji.
This one goes out to Stubbs Gaming, who said Bob was too far from his mic, and now he's closer, so he must sound much better. So now, how do you like the smooth sounds of KY Bob?
Now,
Stubbs is wanting now full ASMR experience.
Bob, stay there. Because here's the thing: we are 43 minutes in, and we do have an announcement because the XBL Party Podcast network is growing. We are going to have a brand new show, and Bob, take it away.
Yeah, so we're going to have a USA stream every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As KY Bob, the smooth one, as your host. I will be joined by John Blue, Powerman 4K, Ultimus Gaming, and the American chaps on this show you're watching right now. Slayer exclusive and False a la carte if they want to be a part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Glad to see you there.
Hell yeah. We will be there. Well, I'll be there for sure.
How are you going to refuse that invite? Just listen to that voice. Just simple as that.
The dulcet tones of KY Bob.
That's right. This gets even better when I try and say Conor McGregor.
I want you to get
but
one of
that-
those ASMR mics, Bob, so I can feel you licking my ear.
Oh,
my
God. Oh,
Oh
man.
my God, Jesus!
Now you just
Jesus Christ.
went too
Man.
far.
Yeah,
You
I-
just
Rubbish.
destroyed the
You
whole
can never
point
go
of
too
the
far.
announcement. You just destroyed the point of the announcement, man. Oh my God!
No, because
Well-
he'll get banned, just like those other people that do that stuff.
Not
Yeah,
even,
we'll put
bro.
it on
Nice, allowed to do it.
There's this one chick on Twitch that literally has 2 mics on each side, bro.
I'm
Yeah, I
out.
know.
And she, I was just like,
And
why?
she's like,
I
she's like,
Yeah. I saw that and I was like,
Wait.
what is this, man?
Are we
Why is
really back into
Alucard's a
talking
paid
about
subscriber.
People
I know,
fucking
like-
throw money at her to do that.
I gave her a
Like, Bob, you're missing a
2-year.
trick,
I have
man.
a 2-year contract with her, man. What the hell?
Oh, damn.
Oh, Jesus
Subscribe to her OnlyFans and everything,
Christ.
My mic
Oh.
is fuzzy. That's good enough for me.
Yo.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
man.
Maybe this USA show is going to be is a bad idea. Maybe this is not going to work. Forget about it.
We'll have to make it Twitch exclusive. That's all.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that was just a
If you
promo
sign,
action.
if you sign up to Patreon, Bob will do an hour-long lick video for all your KY Bob needs.
Hey, white Bob needs.
Well,
Jesus.
We'll jump into the topics
Can
because
we talk about some games?
Please.
Definitely be plenty of lube.
Yeah.
I'm not done talking about Bob licking a mic. Let's keep on this topic.
Jesus.
well, topic 1 this week is obviously Xbox has announced a ton of Xbox 20th sort of anniversary merch and accessories. So not only are we getting some rather sexy Adidas Xbox trainers, which are way better than those horrible, weird sort of PlayStation Back to the Future looking, like slip-on horrible things. These Adidas ones look beaut. They are so nice. But I don't know how
Nice
you
and
get
green.
them. The only people I've seen them are like big creators, and I can't see a link to buy them yet. So I don't know whether they're real or they're just those things that they don't give to us commoners that we can buy.
Well, it's
They
like the
only give
linked
them to
shower
them.
gel, isn't it? Can you actually buy the shower gel for Xbox or not?
Oh,
I've
who
seen
knows?
It. I've seen it in B&M.
Oh, I
What,
definitely
the
can buy it in
Xbox
B&M.
shower gel?
Buy everything in B&M.
Well, the Xbox shower gel.
The only thing you can buy in B&M, self-respect.
There's a local radio station here where I live who has said that the Xbox fridge is coming out this Christmas. What's next? The Xbox toilet?
Don't give them ideas. Because
Don't give them
don't
ideas.
give them
really,
ideas.
Really. Aaron Greenback
Yeah, but it would be a
is
gaming
watching.
toilet, though, wouldn't it? So you can game while you go
It's
to the
got
toilet.
cloud built into it.
Right?
The handle's made out of a Kinect.
Oh, the controller.
Your shit goes to the clouds. That's it.
The controller looks awesome, though.
Yeah, they've also announced an Xbox
Holy
20th edition,
shit.
like anniversary controller and a headset, and
Yeah.
they both look gorgeous. The controller's on sale now. It's $59.99. It's actually cheaper than the Forza one as well.
That is a sexy controller, to be fair.
So,
I would
uh,
actually own that controller.
Yeah. So if you want one, grab one while you can. They are really, really, really sexy. Um,
The Xbox
Yeah.
shirt.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
got new shirts. They've got like 20th anniversary merchandise. But the big thing, obviously, was the controller, the headset, and the Adidas stuff so far. But I assume we're going to get more. What I'm confused about is why didn't they do a 20th anniversary console in that look, like the controller?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Because they
Xbox at the
already-
moment is-
I suppose because they've
they've-
done the Halo one, haven't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they just announced a Halo one, and like
There's loads of special edition Xboxes nowadays. There's that Shang-Chi or whatever he's called. There was a Far Cry. There's a
Far Cry one
Psychonauts.
looks awesome.
All I feel though is like
I
they're
like
just
the
going to
look of that Far
overheat
Cry
with
one,
all the
that's good.
shit stuck on the top. Like they look ace, but I just feel like that's just going to melt one day.
I suppose if you get collector's edition ones, you won't really use them to play.
Well-
You probably have more as a display thing.
They have a lot of like consoles where they only give away. You only can win them like in a raffle or something like that. You can't buy them or whatever.
Yeah. But like I say, I mean, have any of you guys thinking of getting the control? I mean, I'm pretty interested in it.
Me.
I never
Maybe.
have the kind of cash spare to buy one. That's the problem. Like all my money, if the little money I do have goes on games, so I don't really need controllers. As long as I got one that works, I'm good.
It's going to be too much expensive for me. Like a regular Series X and S controller is like 4 or 500 Brazilian reais here. So like this is really expensive. So
They just don't
this-
like you over there, do they?
Yeah, they don't. Like I just this is
God.
like this is every Brazilian's big dream. Like we want to move out from Brazil and go to any other place that is way cheaper.
How much is
Okay.
what's the rate of like $1 to a Brazilian, whatever it is you got?
5 Brazilian reais.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Yep.
It
So
sounds
it's
like the
500.
Brazilian
Holy shit.
government. It sounds like the Brazilian government's been taking financial advice from Sony.
Yeah. Damn.
I was having this conversation with
man.
I was having this conversation with my missus the other day. I don't understand why people have these ridiculous. I mean, actually, to be fair, we were watching Squid Game and they were winning like fucking 6 billion yuan, whatever it is, South Korean currency. I never understood why governments allow their currencies to get so out of control. Like,
I
why
love
not?
that. I love that. I just imagine you both sat there on sofa looking at each other like, I can't believe Brazilians have got that much money.
Yeah, love.
Having it
What do you
simple.
think?
Oh.
Like South Koreans are taking it the piss a little bit. A 6 billion won.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Jesus.
see,
Can't go else
this
to do
is
in your
like
life.
over here in the States, we used to have a $2 bill that was in wide, circulation, and our government said that's just too many bills.
It's silly,
So
isn't it?
they-
I think why they don't just like
Should
squash
all
it.
take the pound and be under the crown. We'd have none of this issue.
No,
like,
we
point is
went
not
through a
worth anything anymore.
Revolutionary War to get away from the crown. We're happy.
Nah, you tea dumping bastards. That's why
Oh,
you get your own
God.
show. Keep that
Jumping
tea dumpers
bastards.
away.
Yeah.
I've scared them all off cam now. Everyone's
So
gone.
if it's 500 Brazilian, whatever it is, that's like 100. Is
Look,
that
you've upset
$100?
Fabio so much he's quit.
Jesus.
I,
Was
wanted
it
to ask,
100?
I was just about to ask him about cloud gaming in Brazil now, and he's back now.
Was it like $150
Whereas
American
like
dollars?
with Polish
Sorry,
zloty,
Fabio, I didn't mean to
my
criticize your
Polish
currency.
zloty to 1
No,
English
no,
pound.
no. I do hate it as well. No worries, but so good. And also my computer just updated, so yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
It
now
used to be
doesn't
worth
look
a lot
he's sat
more,
in the
though,
cupboard.
stuff.
Yeah, there we go. There's the facial detail I live
Yeah.
for.
You look like a silhouette before, Fabio.
Yeah, I know. There we go.
Yeah, look at that.
Go on, put that to be part of the
Gorgeous.
topic chocolate bar. Go on.
OnlyFans.
Copperberg.
How do I swap
Have you
people onto the main one? Oh, there we go. I figured it out. Look.
And
Oh my
Slayer's
God.
just looking at his cell phone. And that's it.
You're
You're
muted as well,
muted.
just to let you know.
He's muted. That's the best part.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm looking. I'm trying to find the controller. and
Bob,
it's sold out
Bob,
everywhere.
what are you doing, Bob? I'm sorry. What's going on?
Well, it was quite pleasurable the first time. It's nice and soft and fuzzy, so I wanted to do it again.
Bob's getting strange with the mic again.
While we've got you, Fabio, have you
He's
tried
working on that
Cloud?
Patreon gift.
Now it's available in Brazil. Have you tried
Right.
Xcloud? Have you tried Xcloud? Now it's available in Brazil. It came out last week, but
I
you weren't here
actually-
to talk about it last week.
I actually tried to play it way before it was officially announced because it was in beta and then it was available here. So yeah, I've played it. It works really well. I just wasn't able to play the cloud console version. I just played on my phone,
Oh,
and
right.
that's it.
Yeah, the cloud console version isn't out to anyone but alpha insiders yet. It's out on your phone and your computer. The console version should be out by end of year for everyone, from what they were saying.
Yep.
I don't know if this shit's new, but I've noticed that you can now remote connect to your consoles now. I've been playing on my Xbox Series X on my mum's laptop across
Yeah,
town.
you can do. Yeah,
That's
that,
awesome.
That came out last month on the update, I think.
So good.
Nice.
Yeah, so good. It gets a bit stuttery if you drop like 30 megabyte a second, but as long as you're like maintaining fiber speeds, you can play your console as if you're there in the room with it. On
That's
another
pretty good then.
Excellent.
Right, we'll move on to
Next topic.
2, which is there's a new Ghostbusters game coming out, which I cannot wait for. So, this
You made that one, Ash.
I wish.
Is it written by Harold Ramis?
Oh,
No,
Too soon.
It's been made by the people that did the Friday the 13th game and
Oh, nice.
So it's going to probably be
Unfortunately,
similar to that.
Predator
Predator
hunting grounds.
So
Yeah.
there's a high chance this will be a PlayStation exclusive, unfortunately, because it's a Sony. It is actually a Sony-owned.
Why would they want a Ghostbuster Games exclusive?
Why would you not?
Everybody loves Ghostbusters. You got Ghostbusters Afterlife coming out at the end of the year. This is the perfect time to catch up.
Why would you want a Predator one?
Yeah, good point.
But here's the thing. It may be exclusive, but we all know how the Predator one turned out, right?
Yeah.
It works so well. Like you can here's
about as well as Evolve.
So much variety in the maps. Like you can choose between the jungle, and guess what? The jungle. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, but the Friday the 13th game was stupidly fun, and imagine playing that with like 4 people as Ghostbusters and like other people playing as ghosts and stuff. I think that'd be ace.
That sounds pretty
Okay, if 4 people playing as Ash. That's it. 4 Ashes in one party. That's it.
It's one of those genres that needs the right. It needs to be marketed right, and it needs to be developed right. I think because Evolve was awful. Came out at 50 quid. Just wasn't a good game.
With one of the most complex and overpriced season passes, like it was just.
They have to make this game. I mean, they have to get the what is the weapon that they use?
Proton pack.
The proton pack. They have to get that right. It's got to look cool.
Yeah, and Ghostbuster games have notoriously been hit and miss over the years. Like the last one was called
horrible.
Was horrible. It was like a top-down twin stick shooter.
Yeah,
it was dog. Then they brought out another one, which was a top-down twin stick shooter on the 360, which was bad, but was a lot better than the one based on the new movie. And then they brought out the one before that was amazing, which was basically Ghostbusters 3. It had the voice cast of the originals. They had input into it. It wasn't perfect. It had a few issues and pacing at some places, but all in all, it was an amazing game. Like, and I've got that on the Xbox
One they glitched in the hotel, and the flooded hotel bit. The one that glitched on that.
I got through that bit.
That was actually made off of the script that Ramis wrote for the third movie that never got picked up by the movie company.
I can't wait for Afterlife. I think Afterlife's going to be great.
Yeah, it's got a Paul Rudd. Everything's good.
Yeah. I hated the last one. I just thought it was shit.
Hopefully it's going to be good because the majority of the Ghostbuster games are just so bad.
Well, don't make the game.
I don't know why it has so much potential, but they just don't know how to do it.
They try to make it like the movie, I guess, and I don't think that's going to work. They have to do something different.
Did any of you ever see that Ghostbusters Prototype that never got made?
No.
It was a video game they were working on, and it's like semi-futuristic. So it's like you've got the Ghostbuster car, but it's like better upgraded, and it was like Gears of War, like third person run and gun, and it was like a prototype. I'm gonna have to find it, but it just never got made in the end, which is a shame. And it looked amazing, honestly. And I'm sad that never got made.
I think they should make it like be run like a business where you have to earn money by going after ghosts and upgrade everything. And you have to buy gear. That would be all. I think that would be cool.
I want to see a Ghostbusters-esque Tom Clancy's The Division. Where no, seriously, hear me out. I'm a fucking genius idea here. Your squad is made up.
Game as a service.
Yeah,
you know that,
massive
right?
massive open world. You got raids where like fucking ghosts are like proper giving it all that, and you have to go and clear out these buildings. Like you got to save the hospital. Massive open world, but with Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
that'd be
make
sick.
it like. Would you want it to be like the end of the world kind of thing, where it's like trying to save the planet, kind of like the ghosts are just everywhere.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to kill off the living, but I want to capture ghosts in a massive open world.
But do you want to see ghosts? Do you want to see ghosts like killing people, or just
just like scaring people?
Well, it could be like that. It could be a great what if story. Like if what's her name had never gotten stopped in the first movie, or if Vigo had succeeded in the second movie, what the world would be like with the Ghostbusters trying to help everybody.
But like you could have like North Manhattan, is like that could be like a whole raid area where you have to take down the giant marshmallow man as like a boss battle. That'd be fucking epic.
If you're listening, developers, these are good ideas.
Yeah. Make that shit.
Don't
Don't
charge
give
a
us
lot
a
for
fucking
commission.
live service. Tom
They are
Clancy's
listening. No,
fucking
no worries.
Battle Royale.
We are totally we are popular enough for developers to be listening to us. No worries. at
That's
all.
all they do. Like they're literally
saying.
always listening. Just
Yeah,
saying.
they're always messaging me. Like, Redder's going to be listening to you on
Let us
Saturday.
please, for the love of God, give us
Yeah.
ideas for a new Ghostbusters game.
Ubisoft is always in my DMs. You know, Redders, can you go a bit easy on us this week? Like, no, Ubisoft. You get what you deserve, you bastards.
We know we fucked up with Watch Dogs leaders, but please help us out.
Although we're desperately trying to get some more sales, you're not helping our cause.
So that unmade one was caught by Zootfly. Now there is some videos online, but it for some reason it's on like 240p and it looks like absolute bum. So
Sold.
It's like absolute bum.
Awesome. First impressions. There we go.
yeah, it had such a cool sort of viewpoint and stuff like that. And I like that it was like in a futuristic world. They were all like buff and stuff like that, like with like big guns and stuff, and they had like helmets on and shit. And then it never happened.
So like it's Ghostbusters, but with aliens, colonial marines.
It's got to be,
Yeah,
got to
basically.
stay like true to the
nice.
source material.
Yeah, it kind of was. It had like it was just sort of like.
Oh fuck! I'm just picturing my MMO RPG Ghostbusters, like open world. That'd be fucking brilliant. You could have like proton pack upgrades and shit that you have to get, and you could have gadgets. You could have one member of the party has his little ghost trap, and it'd be
You see?
fucking excellent.
You see, developers, Microsoft.
Yeah,
you
chat.
hear
Tell
this?
us what you want to see from a
Hire,
Ghostbusters game.
go. Someone hire Radis as a game designer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, Ghostbusters is built around franchises, isn't it? The whole premise is like franchising it, so you could have all different areas, could be different franchises of it, and all that shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's no reason why you couldn't merge it into one giant universe and just have like
Yeah.
the entire map be Manhattan, and you've got to
Yeah.
stop ghosts.
Why is all of these things? Why is it always? Why are all the ghosts in New York? Can we not have ghosts in anywhere else? Well, like, are they not like Scottish ghosts in Scotland and like in China? Do they not have like the soldiers coming out like on the?
Would they
mummy and
have?
shit?
Wait a second. Would
Like,
they
just
have
let's
accents?
put the mummy and
Would
Ghostbusters
they-
into one film.
Not
Would
near
the-
expression, man.
Wait a second. Would the Scottish ghosts have accents or something like
Yeah,
that?
they'd be like, "Och, arr, boo." I'm
That's a pirate. That's not a Scottish guy.
No, no, it's not all, is it? But...
Yar!
Yeah.
Yar
Awesome.
poo? Really?
We just,
I'm from Scotland.
we just
I was trying to think how to do it, and it just went wrong.
It just went pirate.
Yeah, default, go to pirate. Why can't we have pirate?
we
ghosts?
just lost.
If in
Pirates of the
doubt,
Caribbean
go
meet
pirate.
Ghostbusters.
I'm
Yeah,
so-
man,
I'm
imagine
sorry.
that new Pirates of the Caribbean DLC if you were a Ghostbuster instead. That'd be fantastic.
Oh,
No, it's not Pirates of the Caribbean. It's now Scottish of the Caribbean, right?
I mean, the
Scottish of the
The Sea of
Caribbean.
Thieves, Pirates of the Caribbean DLC was basically you were a Ghostbuster. You were killing a bunch of ghosts with your sword.
Yeah,
So-
bastards.
Yar! Gonna eat the haggis.
I just love how for Ash, Pirates and Scottish. That's the same thing.
Yeah, close enough.
If they did a
If in
Friday the
doubt,
13th
go
style
pirate.
Ghostbusters game, what would Stay Puft the Marshmallow Man's abilities be? If he's like the killer sort of thing, what would
Well,
his
he
ability
can
be?
send out those little Stay Puffs now from the new trailer. Like, he shits them out or
Cute,
something.
yeah. Shit's out.
Mini
Like-
marshmallow cannon.
He just drops a trowel in the middle of the map and just shits out mini marshmallows.
Do you want this game to look like photorealistic, or you want it to look like kind of like?
I'd like
And-
it to look like the comics, the more recent Ghostbusters comics,
Oh,
which are
okay.
amazing. They look fantastic. I think that's the style it should go for. Because Ghostbusters is always kind of stupid, isn't it, as well? It never looks amazing. It always looks a
No.
bit shit.
You don't want it to be photorealistic, though, really, do you? Like even the originals were like quite animated and quite.
Exactly.
Someone's like, do you know what I mean? Like over the
Just
top.
look at the ghosts. Simple
Can we
as
not
that.
have a real Ghostbusters game where they all walk down the street like that? And they all walk down the street.
Ash,
What?
I do think you have
They
a.
come down the street like the
Well, have it
bushwhackers.
done,
just-
have it
just
done like
blitz.
Phasmophobia, innit? Have a Ghostbusters Phasmophobia style game.
That's it. Yeah, it'd be amazing.
A Ghostbusters not designed for kids.
Exactly.
And there's
Actually-
Extreme Ghostbusters you can have as an expansion.
Extreme Ghostbusting.
Yeah, have you not seen that? There's a cartoon called Extreme Ghostbusters where it's
What's
like,
that?
yeah, it's like a new breed of Ghostbusters. There's like Egon's like the boss, and then all the rest are different guys. And I can't remember all of them. There's like a big guy. There's like a goth girl with like all the makeup on and the hair. There's a guy in a wheelchair, and then there's someone else, and I can't remember who they are. But they've all got like futuristic like packs and stuff like that.
Ticking
It's
all
like
those
Ghostbusters
diversity
on Xbox.
boxes.
Yeah, good show though. Good show. Definitely watch it.
Well, you can even add Scooby Doo in the gang as well. Like
Exactly. Like, why does Scooby Doo not have an MMO massive universe game? This is something the world needs. Like a
Here's an idea.
Hanna-Barbera universe.
Another idea for the game: get Rocksteady on a Scooby Doo
Creepers,
game.
it's the creeper.
Yes. And you can have that thing. They can take the bits from that LA Noire. No, they're talking to people and stuff.
Okay.
And it can
Suspicious.
be like Velma doing it. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
She,
we-
like, rip the heads
okay,
off.
facial
At the end of
expression.
every area, Fred rips the head off, and it's
Yeah.
the trick.
You get so far in the interrogation that you finally get the option to unmask the fiend.
That's it.
And, then and if you get it right, you win. If you get it wrong, you'll go right back to the start.
die.
All over
Oh
again.
my god, no.
And if you get it wrong, Scrappy Doo follows you permanently forever. You know, like Nemesis in Resident Evil chases you down to kill you. It's just Scrappy Doo chasing you for the rest of the game, shouting shit continuously. My wife's just said that I'm showing my age here, talking about like Hanna-Barbera and shit. So
You are
What's
a
the
bit.
problem? Everybody loves Hanna-Barbera.
Most kids these days think
What's the
Hanna-Barbera
problem?
is a form of
Yeah,
sleep.
Johnny Bravo, man. One of the best,
Yeah.
best shows.
Johnny Bravo.
whoa, out of all the Hanna-Barbera, you go for Johnny Bravo.
Yeah,
What
Johnny
about,
Bravo. Really?
Wacky
Johnny
Racers,
Quash, Johnny Quash,
Flintstones?
whatever. I don't care.
Jetsons. Is
like,
that Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah. I've
Seth
just
MacFarlane
recently
used to be
rewatched,
an animator for him, didn't he?
Yeah, very
Okay,
briefly,
we-
not for long.
Oh, no, my favorite hands down Cartoon Network show was Ed, Eddie. Hands down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to like
Son of a
Dexter's
shepherd.
Laboratory.
Like I just wanna I think it's amazing. We started this with Ghostbusters, and we are talking about Hanna-Barbera. Like
That's how we roll, Fabio.
that's-
My wife's just
I know.
mentioned Top Cat,
I'm-
so Top Cat is being
It's our
I
thought
mentioned.
know
process.
that's how we roll. Jesus Christ! Not my first episode.
We're on
Oh my
topic,
God.
just
Yeah.
slightly off it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on topic.
Yeah, exactly.
We got this
Cartoon
out of
Network
hands
needs to,
just
like-
a little bit.
Like a Cartoon Network needs to do like a multi-universe game as well. That'd be fantastic. Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl. They can do a
they had-
second one where it's versus Cartoon Network.
They had
Nickelodeon
this,
versus Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
the Cartoon Network one. It actually came out not that long ago on Xbox. It was kind of like it had like all the. Well, yeah, it wasn't good, but it was a side scroller.
Oh no,
Kinda
that was terrible, and it
kinda
didn't
like
have any of
Streets
the
of
old
Rage.
ones. Yeah, but it didn't have any of
Yeah.
the classic Cartoon
Streets of
Networks. It had
Rage.
all the
Yeah,
rubbish.
it had like Steven Universe. It had like I think Adventure Time in it.
yeah, it was all like these like new school. Someone's phone's on.
Yeah.
We're gonna get done now. They're gonna.
Professionalism, as always. As always. That's
But
the
we'll-
top quality we want.
Yeah, we'll go from like amazingly fantastic ideas for games to really shit ideas for games. Unfortunately, this one is a real game. Ubisoft's ruining Ghost Recon.
Oh man.
Again.
Along with everything else.
Yep.
Radders, wait a second, everybody quiet. Radders,
How do you know it's ruined?
take it away.
Oh my
Take
God.
it away, Radders.
Ah,
This is your topic. Go on.
no, just no.
Ready?
Just no. Like, why? Why are you doing this? Like, why are you killing all of the best franchises you own by this live service, nickel and diamond microtransaction fuckfest you've got? It's just, it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
Who needs another Battle Royale game? I do.
Yeah, exactly. You're 10 years too late to the fucking get the party. Go back home. You're drunk. It's that kind of fucking.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
For
It
anyone
just-
who's
didn't they just-
listening who
didn't
doesn't
they
know
just
what we're on
make
about,
that-
though?
Didn't they just make that turd? Oh, what's it called? Something Scape, where it bombed horrendously, and now they're trying. They're like
Oh
another
yeah,
Battle
yeah.
Royale mode.
Hyperscape.
Hyperscape, yeah.
Is it even out?
Pop-
Hyperscape?
popular for like a week.
I think it's still out, but like there's nobody playing it, so I don't.
Here's
think it's
here's the problem. I don't want to see Ubisoft invest all their time and effort into multiplayer only kind of games. Their servers are shit. They've been shit for years. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it have my favorite franchises so dependent on their crap servers.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I swear to, if we manage to get a review code for any Ubisoft game, we're going to give it to Reddit.
Ubisoft, hit me up.
He's going to do the review. That's it.
Well, you can review this one when it comes out because it's going to be free to play. So,
there
anyone
you go.
listening,
there we go.
this is
Reddit.
called Tom
Ghost Recon
Clancy's
Battle Royale.
Ghost Recon Frontline. It's going to be 100-player plus Battle Royale first-person shooter free-to-play, and it's going to have full cross-play on Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and PC, and it's going to be on a map of Drake Moor Island. And the main mode where you will be playing is apparently called Expedition, in which each 3-person squad will complete dynamic objectives across the massive open map with no converging circle. So it doesn't even get closer. That just sounds crap. It doesn't
sounds
shrink
awful.
you in. It just keeps you
Well,
open.
the last Battle Royale they tried to do didn't work too. I know that
It
Hyper.
was shit.
Hyperscape,
It
yeah,
lasted
yeah.
a season, I think, and then
Yeah,
nobody played
not
it
even.
again. Everyone went back to Apex. They've
So
got no
basically,
business
what
being in this
happens
space.
is you're basically going on a quest to find things in a group, and then when you find all of the items, you have to go to a drop zone to get an extraction. So
That was
basically,
this Hunger Games, basically.
yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
So instead of it slowly crushing you in to keep the combat like alive, you just basically all go off in your own directions to get your shit, and then only when you all get to that little point and there's like a bit of fucking red smoke coming out, will anyone know you're there.
Ubisoft making live service games is like KFC making a fucking games console. Nobody wanted it. Nobody asked for it.
Wait, whoa.
Somebody has gone.
Wait,
"Ooh, this might be a good idea."
Everybody wants a KFC console.
Yeah, like you wouldn't want
You're
a console
very
that warms
I
your
don't want a
chicken
K-
up.
Well, no, because it's not going to magically make chicken, is it? You still got to go out and buy the chicken.
Yeah, but it warms
It's not
it
just
up.
going to summon chicken through the fiber optic. It's just
That's the future, mate. That's the future.
nobody wants one.
It sounds
Express
like,
delivery.
it sounds like those matches are going to last forever.
I'm
That's what it sounds
gonna.
like.
I'm not torn at all on battle royale games because personally, the most fun I've ever had in a battle royale game is playing with a squad of 3 other people in PUBG. And since PUBG, they're all imitators.
Yep.
I loved
Pretty
PUBG
much.
back in the day. Back when it was
It-
broken and unplayable, it was great.
I played it last week, and it's still as good as I remember. It's even better now.
I'm not even being sarcastic. I used to love that game, even though it was just such a mess. It was just fun to play, and like everybody else since then has been trying to copy it, and it's just.
Haven't got their game called Cuisine Royale or something, which is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that is even worse. I played that because it was free. They should be paying me to play it. It's so shit.
Well, it's called like CRSD or something like that right now. They changed it.
No,
it, right?
that's a different game. That's
Oh.
a battle royale game that's changed its name 3 times now on Xbox because it keeps dying and they rebrand it.
You just, you just know that it's only a matter of time before they do Assassin's Creed Battle Royale. No,
Oh, God.
fuck off. What is wrong with you?
Wait a second. You know that soon enough we are going to have the Prince of Persia game with a battle royale mode. You know that.
Well, look at
Like,
they're supposed to make like
it's-
Vampire the Masquerade, but they made the Battle Royale first before the actual real Masquerade game.
Just to answer Stubbs, I love Ubisoft games. I love Assassin's Creed. I love Far Cry. I love Splinter Cell. I love The Division. I don't want to see these fucking live service games. These are all my favorite franchises. You take enough money off me already. I don't want to be fucking thrown this shit that I don't want and expected to pay money for it. It's just because you know that if this shit's coming out, you're not going to get another Assassin's Creed. You're not going to get another Watch Dogs. You're not going to get another Far Cry, not as you remember it. You're going to get this just microtransaction fueled crap fest.
Yeah. And it's currently sat at 4,000 likes to 14,000 dislikes. So
Damn.
aren't happy about
Goodbye.
it.
Wow.
Damn.
That game might get
Yeah.
cancelled.
It won't.
No, it
Because it'll
won't.
still
It
make
won't.
money because there'll be
Like,
like that
if you-
handful of people
Because
that spend a fortune on it.
like here's the thing: if it was like that, then EA would end up canceling Madden games, and 2K would end up canceling NBA games. So yeah, it's not
The
gonna.
only way they would stop all these live service games and battle royals is if everyone just got bored of them because they overdid them and just gave up on them. Then they'll change it to something
Yeah.
else.
It's amazing that all these games can survive. There's so many freaking games. It's crazy.
Stubbs says he helped with the dislikes. So did
Well
I. So did I.
Well done.
Do you know what? It might be a really good battle royale. I can't say if it will or not. It probably won't be, but it's not Ghost Recon. Call it something. It's not even Tom
Yeah.
Clancy. Isn't Tom Clancy dead and has been for quite a while now?
He died a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. How is it a Tom Clancy game? How has he helped on it? Other than you've defiled his corpse for the
Yeah,
fucking
they
money.
basically
Fuck yeah.
ruined all his.
I mean,
all
even
his,
Dirt
his
finally
money.
got rid of Colin McRae after he died. They slowly but surely got
Yeah.
rid of him because it's not the same anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Leave
for
the
sure.
poor man is dead. You've shit on his franchises enough. Fucking hell. Let him
I mean,
sleep
look
in
at
peace.
Splinter
Literally-
Cell, man.
Literally
They-
strapping the name to it to get it to sell. That's the.
I'm
only
honestly
thing I do.
surprised it was a Ghost Recon Battle Royale, though, and not a Splinter Cell Battle Royale, just to really
Yeah.
stab the knife into the fans.
Yeah,
that
It's
would
like
be-
that's
it's
funny,
another.
though.
It's another fucking game. You'll see Sam Fisher in before you
Yeah,
see
yeah,
another Splinter
exactly.
Cell.
Make it a- yeah.
You'll
Yeah,
see
it
Sam
is.
Fisher in fucking Just Dance before you see him in a
Like,
newspaper.
It'll
there's
be,
going to be a little cameo of it. There's
a
going to be a little
$20
cameo of
skin.
it, and then that's it.
a $20 skin. That's what's gonna be probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh my
and
God.
there'll be something like, well, we're doing this $20 skin to see if there's still interest in Sam Fisher.
I
Yeah.
think
It sells
I do
well,
apologise
we
if
may
I'm
do
if
that.
I'm like expressing myself a bit forcefully. This is just something I'm really passionate about. They're my favourite games, and they're just shitting all over.
Yeah, it's just
I
I
think
remember Tom Clancy games being like the cream of like amazing sort of like tactical games and
Yeah,
all sorts. And nowadays it's just it's going to be bad. Look at that new
Yep.
fucking space alien Rainbow Six thing where the
I would
alien
have-
runs off with the people and you're like,
I mean,
I'd
even
probably
Ghost
taken-
Recon though, even Ghost Recon has been very different from like the original games. Like even
Yeah, yeah.
Wildlands and the most recent one was very different.
Wildlands was a lot of fun. I just felt the world was massive and didn't have nothing in it. It was
Yeah.
just dead. It was a dead
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Breakpoint, I played for like an hour with Tim and then stopped playing it forever. And then, yeah, I used to love the Tom Clancy games. I would happily have seen a Division 3 set in a different country rather than seeing a fucking live service one. It's just no one wants that. No one's asked for that.
I liked the Division 2.
I think it's because Destiny did, so that's why they're trying to copy it. Because if
Yeah.
Destiny's done so well, they're like, "Oh, we got to, copy that."
I
Even
think-
Destiny 2 started off really rocky whilst it was still under the death grip of Activision.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Ubisoft is scared to make a new Splinter Cell game. I think they're
I don't think
They're
they got anything
worried
to be
that
scared of though.
they'll flop. You know.
Actually, Ubisoft is scared of doing anything different, anything unique. They are just going to what is gaining more money nowadays, and they are just copying and pasting.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that is literally the problem nowadays. But we'll move on to some.
It's the same with
Well,
the sports games, and they're all.
It's like
fucking
I don't.
Exactly.
Dude, if you're gonna do this,
especially the sports games.
if you're gonna do this, do this. But don't deny the true fans of the franchise the opportunity to play another single player game. Don't just say, right, this is how it's gonna be from now on, because that's bullshit. Like give us a standalone single player and then bolt on your shit multiplayer. That's not gonna work.
I said this
That's
a
Assassin's
lot.
Creed
With
multiplayer.
GTA
Did you
and
ever play that?
everyone
What
played
a
the multiplayer.
fucking joke that was.
What's that?
Assassin's Creed multiplayer. Like that's something
Oh,
another
yeah.
game that
No.
never needed a multiplayer.
Because
Didn't
you
even
didn't
do
do
a
it.
co-op.
That,
It
did
was
we,
like
Ian?
it was like what do
Yeah.
you call it? There wasn't it? It was like
Rubbish.
human centipede of like
backstabbing
people one after the other.
Yeah,
Like, you would stab someone, then someone would stab you, then you.
All
then you.
Actually-
imitators bow down.
So
I'll be honest though, I did enjoy Brotherhood's multiplayer because that was the first game that came out with it. I
Yeah,
actually
it
did
was
like it.
it was kind of fun. And
It
then
would-
it just lost its way, and that's it.
It's like with this. Oh shit, what's it called? Something Skull and Bones. Is it? They're trying to develop. That
Yeah.
basically
Oh,
they've
yeah.
ripped
That
out.
game
They've
is-
ripped out all the naval
yeah.
mechanics
That
of
game
AC
is
Black
dead.
Flag.
That game's never gonna release.
And then it keeps getting delayed and restarted and delayed.
Yeah,
and people were saying that after Sea of Thieves ended up being what it is at release dates, people were saying, "Oh my god, our last hope is Skull and Bones." Yeah,
no way, man.
Sure. And nowadays, Sea of Thieves is what it is, way better and the best pirate game that we had, and Ubisoft has nothing for
Ubisoft's there like Skull and Bones isn't meeting our vision. No, nothing's going to meet your vision, Ubisoft, because you're fucking blind. And you have been for years. Listen to your fans. The fans know what they want. They'll tell you what they want. This is the same shit that got Xbox in trouble. Don't tell the fans what they want. Listen to their feedback and then give them what they want.
Yep. Not necessarily just Xbox.
Blizzard, just like Blizzard with Diablo Mobile, right?
Yeah.
Another game that nobody wanted. Brothers in Arms games with 4 characters where they just seem to scrap that.
Do you remember that Brothers in Arms where they announced
good.
it and it was like no, it didn't look good. It's not Brothers in Arms. Brothers in Arms is like a tactical World War II shooter, and the Brothers in Arms they showed us was like a crazy Borderlands over-the-top combo thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it looked good, like not in the
but not for Brothers in Arms.
Yeah, exactly.
Supposedly, though, Brothers in Arms has been rebooted now and is coming out next year. That's the rumor, or in the next year or so. Mm-hmm. I just hope it's like a proper World War II shooter, but where you've got the squad commands like you had in the original.
Yeah. It doesn't. You don't have to change anything. Just make a new port. I don't care. I just want to play Brothers in Arms.
Just make the original 2 games in nice new graphics, and I'll take that.
We just want to get to Berlin finally because we never got to it. God damn it, the war is still going on in Brothers in Arms to this day.
Medal of Honor, there's a game I want to see get remade.
Oh no, because they remade Medal of Honor, it modern.
The remake was brilliant. Then they shit on it with the sequel.
Do you not remember?
Was it Medal 7? I can't remember what it's called. They did the reboot. They brought in
Warfighter, wasn't it?
Yeah, Warfighter was the shit sequel. The one they brought in before that with May with the big beard and glasses. That was epic. It was played a lot like Battlefield, but
just make a Battlefield game. Don't make a Medal of Honor game.
Nah, Medal of Honor was great.
Medal of Honor was great when you played it originally, and you could play as you put Spielberg as your name in multiplayer, and you played as a Velociraptor with a Tommy.
Exactly, Raiders. It was great. Not anymore. No, just kidding.
Weirdly, we've just been on about Ghostbusters. IGN have just brought out their Ghostbusters Afterlife review and gave it a 9 out of 10.
It looks amazing. That looks really good.
I'm not reading it because I don't want to know what happens.
They've got Aykroyd and Murray and what's his face in it? I can't remember his name. The Winston, the guy who played Winston, he's back in it.
There's all 3 of them. What's his face are in, obviously because he's dead.
Rick Moranis isn't in it though, is he?
Rick Moranis isn't in it, but what's her face is Janice.
The Bin is, yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver's in it as well.
I can't remember her name. That Bint, she's in it.
I'm surprised they didn't they might do it, but why didn't they go with like Sigourney Weaver's kid grown up now? Because that's sort of like the right time frame to do that sort of story.
I don't know. We're talking 25 years.
Yeah, so they'd be 25.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
There's only one problem with that, though. Sigourney Weaver does not look 25 years old.
No.
No.
She's got the face of Cher. She doesn't age.
That's been held
by shitloads of chemicals. That's fine. She gets the scaffolders in once a year to do it up, resurfacing and stuff.
I still can't wait. The fact that the toys have sort of leaked some of the stuff, what happens, I cannot wait. Like, it shows people in certain costumes, and I'm like, I'm ready for that shit. I'm so glad certain people aren't just going to be like minor characters. Well,
I'm interested to see how they honor. I'm interested to see how they honor Harold Ramis.
He's going to be a ghost. He's going to be the big bad ghost guy.
That's what I thought. He's going to be the villain of the movie.
It's going to be like a Jedi ghost, isn't he?
Yeah,
savage.
Jedi Force ghost.
All those dead people into Star Wars now. So yeah,
they even honored him. They even honored him in the all-female movie, didn't they? Yeah, they had like a bust of him in one of the offices.
Oh, right.
And that was really you never see that. You don't see one of the major characters and actors in a movie be the writer. I mean, for the longest time, I didn't know Egon was Harold Ramis. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd also helped write it as well, didn't he?
The two of them together, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Bill Murray and Harold Ramis fell out for years over Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day, yeah.
Yeah, they only made up shortly before he died.
Yeah. Do you know that Ghostbusters was originally going to be called Ghost Smashers?
Have you seen the?
And they said that was a bit weird.
Have you seen the Netflix documentary? Oh shit, I can't remember what it's called. It's like how movies were made or some shit. They got a whole episode dedicated to Ghostbusters and that. And the way it was shot and the reception that it got is unbelievable. Like, it was such a down and dirty movie to make, and it went on to be one of those big blockbuster hits. And it was like thrown together in like 2 weeks. It's incredible.
It's amazing. Yeah. So we'll move on to topic 4, because obviously we all agree that Ubisoft are ruining everything.
You don't want to receive any review codes, right? That's it.
Ubisoft, if you're looking for testers,
we don't want to be blacklisted. No blacklisting here.
I love Ubisoft.
Yeah, I love you too, Ubisoft.
Oh, yeah, we
Far Cry.
got to ask Alucard, did you get your induction hat and T-shirt and when you signed your contract for your Pegasus Nation last week?
Oh shit!
I know I didn't get it yet. Like,
when's your first console burning?
I took my Xbox outside and I threw it into the rain when it was raining outside, and it melted somehow because it's evil, you know.
Of course.
And if you certain things that are evil, if it rains on it melts, and Xbox is evil. So
I've got this mental image of you now throwing an Xbox into a field and a single lightning bolt coming down, just blowing it up.
I just think it's amazing. Like the logic. If someone melts because of rain, then it's evil.
Well, witches melt in water, so they're evil. So
it makes
No.
Yeah.
They don't melt in water. They weight the same as a duck. Simple as that.
Water
what are those
falls
ones where they
from the
burn?
heavens and washes
way of the
uncleanliness
evil.
away.
Yeah.
We are getting to Monty Python, the Holy Grail levels here. Like we're just getting to this point. Oh my god!
Exactly.
I think they're a couple of months away from a Kool-Aid drinking, aren't they? They're at that point.
I'm trying to save the
They're all
gaming
going out
industry.
on a bus.
You know?
I've got 10 full hats already made up for everybody.
There's a blue comet about to pass the Earth that they got to get on somehow.
It's the different tiers, like Scientology. Do you think there's like different tiers of like you pay in, and you get to know more, like, and when you're paying for the max level, you know, like the ultimate Sony secrets. Do you know what I mean? Like.
The ultimate is like the ultimate level is like divine unicorn, and then underneath that you've got, you know, horse with cucumbers slaped to his forehead, and then you go.
That's our new series. We're basically gonna have Alucard in a trench coat with a mustache, and he's gonna tell us what happens every week. With like a hat on, like they'll never know it's him.
The sleuth.
The sleuth. Yeah.
He's gonna be the sleuth.
False Alucard is already Dracula in disguise.
Yeah.
Really?
You never know. You never know it's him. The name of the show is gonna be. It's not False Alucard. That's
his new username.
Yeah.
This is certainly not the.
I'd like to welcome our special guest, not False Alucard.
He wouldn't need a hat. He'd have the Pegasus Nation hat, so he'd be fine. He'd be cool.
Yeah.
He'd look like that guy out of I Spy. You know, remember that game where you got the black spy and the white spy on, like have to kill each other and shit? He's gonna look like that.
I'm gonna get like mice, weren't they, or rats?
I'm gonna get a shirt that says Game Pass sucks on it.
He's gonna get a big brown trench coat.
I hate value.
He's gonna come on with his big like hat and a big brown trench coat. He's gonna open it up and there's gonna be like PlayStation game codes inside.
$70.
Controllers.
Resident Evil. Just like Resident Evil 4. Wanna buy something?
Exactly. And it's just gonna be PlayStation game codes.
And SSDs. Don't forget about SSDs.
Yeah, loads of SSDs.
Well, like Fabio, what would you do
buy
if you were only on
please, for
PlayStation?
£5.
What would you do if you were PlayStation? Like how much would you be spending right now on games? I can't imagine.
350 to 400 Brazilian reais.
Damn.
You sound like you're super rich when you're like, I spend like 300 on
No. I'm saying that because this is the value. I'm not saying because I can't buy these shits. Like I can't buy at all. If I had a PlayStation and I decided to play a PlayStation 5, I would be only playing Astro's Playroom that comes with the console. And that's it. Nothing more at all. Because
I could just picture Alucard sneaking around his neighborhood, like, hey kid, Gran Turismo beta code. Want in?
As long as
acting shady as shit.
As long as the exclusives that I'm interested in are still going to be on the PlayStation 4, like we know Horizon's going to be, and we know the new God of War is going to be,
And Gran Turismo.
I'm content with my 4. I don't have to go fight the masses or the scalpers for a 5 right now.
I ain't buying this from a
How
scalper.
long do you think it's going to be until Pegasus Nation starts door knocking, asking people if they heard about Pegasus Nation?
With a little book.
God.
Yeah. Have you got time to talk about our Lord and Savior, Pegasus Nation?
The little book with
And you have
just
to pay
one page.
20% of your income towards their cause.
Yeah.
And you open it and it just says
Xbox
PS5
sucks.
better.
It's just
They
one page.
hold out the book and it's got a price tag of like $79 or $70. It's got 60, but they scratched out 60 and just hand drawn $70 on it.
Oh, Gina.
About to get hammered. How bad was Alton Towers? You feel the need to get hammered.
He's got a restraining order against him now. He can only go within 200 meters of CBB's land now.
Oh, jeez.
He forgot to put in there more hammered.
Just want to die.
Oh, that's
Traditional
great.
like and copper.
You're getting
What the fuck
hammered
does
at
that mean?
a children's play park.
Welcome to England.
Okay, we lost completely the topic. Let's go.
Yeah,
Topic
let's start
4.
with the next topic.
Let's go.
Finally, after weeks and weeks and weeks of hints and rumors,
And everybody
Rockstar.
already knowing that it's coming out.
Rockstar finally announced Grand Theft Auto 6. No, they haven't. They've announced the GTA Remaster Trilogy, which is coming this year to Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and I think next year it's coming to Switch and iPhones and stuff like that. Now,
iPhones?
yeah,
Really?
to phones and mobile devices, they've said. Yeah, so they've said
Okay.
this is basically a collection of all 3 games with achievements and improvements to sort of visuals and gameplay mechanics.
No. Okay. You know that's already
Better
bullshit,
mechanics.
right? you know that's already bullshit. You know, right? Just like with GTA 5, that is going to, and the next gen GTA 5 is actually the same as the 360 GTA 5.
This is the first good thing they've done in 9 years.
This is just a port.
Oh
It's
no,
not a remaster.
Switch is coming out at the same time. So it's coming to Android and iOS next year, early 2022.
But like, even though I really think it is just going to be a port, I am excited because I do enjoy those games.
Oh yeah,
I
Vice
hope
City is
they-
the best one.
I hope they improve the mechanics of the combat, because fuck me, I went back to play not Vice City, San Andreas the other day, and I couldn't hit anything, couldn't shoot anything. It's impossible.
And just to let you know, though, if you do happen to want the current existing GTA trilogy and sort of San Andreas on Xbox, get them now because they've announced they are getting delisted next week.
For
They're
one
being
second,
removed from the store.
for 1 second, I thought it was going to be, if you already have the trilogy, you will get the remaster for free. Aha!
No, they're just removing the existing version. So if you're a weird
You have no
completionist
choice.
who wants to play the 1000G on San Andreas, you've not got long. You've got a couple of days before it gets removed. So grab it,
Is it
or
on
just
sale?
no.
I honestly thought they were going to insult everybody by having it as a pre-order bonus for GTA 5 on Series X and PS5 consoles. I thought they were literally going to fuck us over like that.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to hear that they're coming
I'm
out.
looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's currently at $11.99 on Xbox San Andreas, if you want just that version on its own, and that is based off the iPhone upgraded version that came out a couple of years back. So it's slightly improved, but
GTA 3 changed the game, man. Seriously, that game is revolutionary. That showed everybody what a sandbox could be. It's incredible.
Yeah, I really love 3. I really love Vice City. I'm not a big fan of San Andreas. I think it went too big and it was too empty.
GTA 3 was the first game I ever played on my PlayStation 2. And I remember working all summer so I could save up enough money to buy a PS2 with GTA 3. I've got fond memories of that game. The soundtrack alone was amazing.
Yeah, Vice City's got the better soundtrack because it's the
Yeah,
80s,
for sure. Yeah.
3, I've never had so much fun as when I first got 3 because you just didn't get it was just amazing. You weren't ever something like that at the time. Or for me, I'd never played anything like that. So I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, I know it's just a dirty cash grab. I know
I'm all for that though.
They're not putting GTA 6 out again, but I will. I've been waiting for Vice City to come out on modern console. I've got it on the original Xbox, but you don't get achievements on it, so it's dead to me.
Yeah,
but now it's coming out with
achievement. People have been waiting for the remaster for years, man. Absolutely years. It's one of those games that I've been sitting here begging them to remake.
Yeah.
And now they are. I'm day one for me for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same. I'll be getting it as soon as it's out. I cannot wait. You're going to have a good time. If it's just this, if it's like the Saints Row remaster that came out recently, with just exactly the same games, slight improvements to sort of like the controls, but just overhaul of the graphics. Not too much, but sort of like higher res textures, better draw distances, load times and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to lap that up. I would buy it right now if it was just the same game with achievements. Do you know what I mean? Anything's about. So I don't think it's going to be a full
just for
remake.
the achievements. It's not even for the game itself.
No, I've got the game, but having to be able to play through it with achievements is a big bonus for me as someone who collects achievements. I can then give it more time.
They were proof that Grand Theft Auto didn't need a multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although, imagine those games though with just like same screen, like co-op. That would be fun. Like just two of you, not a lot. Because Grand Theft Auto 4 had multiplayer, and you were just. I remember playing it with like two other people and just driving around the city like dickheads, and it was fun. But I don't care for GTA Online. That's like the step too far. To me.
Let's be honest. The best part of GTA were always the cheat codes and the mods. Those
I know, but does that mean they're all going to get switched off when you
getting a prostitute and taking her to a dark alley, getting your way with her, and then killing her for the money back?
Yeah,
that was always a highlight.
Wow.
Yeah, cha-ching.
Yeah. Okay.
I used to do the taxi
someone's
missions
gonna
a lot
clip
as well.
that, and we're gonna get canceled.
Yeah, that's gonna be clicked somewhere.
I reckon there'll be part of the achievements. I think you'll be have like the complete 10 fire truck missions and complete 10 taxi missions.
Kill 10.
Later, Stubbs.
Says he's got to go. See you later. See you later, Stubbs. Thanks for tuning in.
See you later, bud.
Hee Boy says, how are you all today? Well, I'm pretty good. It's the weekend. It's always great. Lots of amazing games out this week. I mean, way too many games. I'm like that fucking meme with that guy juggling them all this week. There's been like 5 out this week. It's great. I can't keep up with it.
Are you reviewing them all?
No. I'm just going to play them all.
Simple as that. Anything else to add about the GTA Trilogy being remastered? Anything you guys want to comment or stuff like that?
I hope
I'm interested to see what the graphics are going to be like. I don't want them to. I don't want them to change it too much, but I want it to be.
I really think they are not going to do anything in terms of the remaster. It's just going to be a port.
I'll play it for sure.
No, I don't think it's going to be a port because, like, I remember them.
GTA 5. Oh yeah, that's a nice upgrade.
Some dude was saying that the remasters look a lot like the heavily modded versions that have been floating around online, and that's why they've started handing out. Yeah, they've started handing out cease and desist letters to these reverse engineers who've been bringing them to life through mods and stuff. So,
and you know what's funny? They probably got the idea from them too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like until we get a gameplay trailer, there's nothing we can do. So
it's coming out this year as well, though, isn't it? November.
I can only say based on what I already saw from Rockstar in terms of remasters. It's gonna be the same graphics, but just for the new console.
All right, Rockstar. Next step: Bully remastered and Bully 2. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Max Payne
That'd be awesome.
But then that means that GTA 6 will get delayed even more. Then we'll all be dying and going to heaven before GTA 6 comes out.
Yeah.
I think didn't the report for this also say that
aren't they?
if this does well, they're going to do a Red Dead 1 remaster?
Hopefully.
Potentially.
Red Dead 1
Oh
doesn't need
my
one. It got the
God.
4K.
The thing is, they know it's going to do
Ultra
well.
60 FPS upgrade. It looks amazing, Red Dead 1. Bully
On the-
looks like ours.
Yeah, Bully would definitely need one. But I think that's what they
Oh,
said.
my dog's being a mong. 2 seconds. Be right back.
No worries. No
His
worries.
dog's being a mom. That's amazing.
It's all good. It's all good.
Ah.
Moving on to the
I
next topic.
I still just want to see a Gun remake. Gun was amazing. But it's Activision, so we'll never see it. So
No.
And yeah, let's move on to the last topic, which is just sort of a rundown of some of the news from the week.
This is hey, and you put the topic on the wrong part.
No,
Awesome.
this one's so long, I've made it go across the bottom. We'll
fair
start with a few things. Obviously, Xcloud is now fully running off of Xbox Series X blades, they've announced. So
Awesome.
all that means is quicker loading times, better resolutions. And they have said the plan is eventually that it will do 4K streams. Obviously, maybe not all the time, depending on your speed, but that it is capable of doing 4K streams in the future, which is amazing.
What is the resolution currently?
1080.
1080? Okay.
Yeah, up to 1080, 60
Mhm.
FPS 1080. Whether it's always at that, I don't know, but
So a Series X blade, but more equivalent to a Series S.
well, no,
Let's just
it's
put it
got
like
the
that.
Series X blade, so it's got the power. It's just they haven't allowed it to go to 4K yet. They're just keeping it. I think they'd rather it be steady at a decent resolution than push 4K when it's not ready and everyone moans that it's like laggy and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
now, Grounded is getting an update, its biggest update yet, which is going to include a giant sort of sand pit that you can traverse, and it's also going to include like a heat mechanic, so you can get too hot and stuff. So you have to sort of stand in the shade to cool down.
So they're
Here's
going
the
to make
thing-
it more
here's the
like an
thing. Wow.
RPG, isn't they?
Exactly. That's what I was going to say, because Obsidian is doing what they do best, which is bringing RPGs to the world. So they are going to put RPG elements in it. It's going to be awesome.
This game's looking so much better. Like as time goes on, like I want to play it. If you guys want to do some co-op,
we need to do another stream of Grounded.
I
Something.
thought it was fun, man.
And some
Really
PUBG at some point as well, definitely.
Yeah. There are so many games for us to make live streams and play
Oh, yeah.
co-op. Like
Yeah, there's
Jesus
too many at
Christ.
the moment. Like I say, there's so many for us to play. We could be playing all day, every day, and we'd still not get through them.
I
So
know.
that's
think it's
that's the dream, lads, in it.
I
That's
ju-
the
I
dream.
ju- I just love how like Redders loves Grounded, and he's not here to say anything because he
No.
went
Yeah,
back.
he's
Well-
already got all the achievements on it, so I don't know whether they'll go back to it.
Yeah, but he still would be.
If there's more
happy.
achievements added, he will. But...
My ears are
Yeah.
burning.
Oh God, it's back.
Oh God, Jesus! Close the cameras, everybody, quick!
So I just checked the store, and right now the only one on the store you can buy is Grand Theft Auto 4. Vice City and the third are already gone.
I've just looked, and Thingy's still on though. In UK at least, San Andreas is still on. I've got it. I own it anyway,
Yes.
so I can download it.
Yes,
but
San
it's just on
Andreas and number 4 are still on there.
Yeah,
but
but-
Vice City and the third are not.
No, they were never on the 360. They only brought them out on the original Xbox.
Yeah. Vice City was
So
the only one that came over.
I'd like to see
Not
more.
Vice City, San Andreas.
I'd like to see them get that loving, like modern upgrade that the others.
Guys, we're back to GTA. We already went through this topic.
Oh, stop moaning.
Yes, I'm doing my job. I'm just doing my job to keep everyone on topic.
I
Bad
thought,
Bob.
I thought the topic was GTA. What did I
Bad
miss?
Bob.
No, we were talking about
Don't
Grounded.
do
but then
this,
we've
Bob.
Oh,
don't
right,
don't you
right.
ever do this
got-
again.
about them making it more RPG like.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
missed
God.
that.
Then
But-
Babu said that you enjoyed the game, so he said that you wanted to talk about it, but then you come back.
Exactly. Like
What game is this?
Any
Grounded.
opinions on the
Oh, right, yeah, Grounded.
updates? Oh my God, you're Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Might be a bit drunk.
That's his excuse.
Loved it. Yeah. Grounded is a great
That's
game.
my favourite game.
I
Well,
want
we
them
don't
to
want to
add,
know what you do in your spare
Granddad.
time.
I want them to add
Grounded.
more achievements for sure.
Grounded is a granddad. I just like.
Other news for us lucky people in the UK, we're getting Kinect back.
Hey.
Yay! So
For the
basically,
UK, only
in the UK, there's a sort of TV service provider called Sky who provide like satellite dishes for your sort of cable, but they're bringing out a telly, a special telly. It's a weird thing. You have to buy this fancy new 4K smart telly. That's a Sky made one. To have, and you can now get Sky without a satellite dish, basically. But this telly comes with a little black box camera on the top. It's a smart telly, and it's the little black box is made by Microsoft, and it looks extremely like a Kinect in a slightly different box. So basically, Sky have made a deal with Microsoft to make these cameras for their smart tellies, and it moves it all and all that jizz, just like Kinect, but it's not called Kinect. It's for Sky. So Microsoft obviously had a warehouse full of these bad boys, and we're like,
Wait
what
a second.
are we going to
It's
do with
not.
them?
It's not Kinect, but it is for Sky. It's Skynet.
Yeah, that's it. There you
Oh,
go.
no.
But it's
Oh, no.
basically they're repurposing Kinect cameras into these cameras that go under these expensive pay-per-month TVs, so you can pay per month to watch your TV on them, basically. And the whole thing is it's bringing people together. Now, this probably would have been amazing 2 years ago when everyone got put into lockdown, because you could basically watch your channels together with your webcams on down the side, and you can chat and shit and interact with each other while watching TV and sports and stuff. But now everyone's back at work and stuff. They've kind of like missed the point of this. So
I never had a problem with the Kinect. It just I didn't like that it was forced on me. I didn't like that we were told that we couldn't use the Xbox One without it and all that shit.
Yeah.
and then you could.
Yeah, but it was great being able to navigate the menus and shit with it, and just saying, you know,
when it didn't hear you properly, and you get frustrated with it because it would do the opposite to what you asked it to do.
yeah. No, I've got Alexa to do that for me now, unfortunately.
Like there's a lot of people that probably are going to hate me, but I don't care, to be honest. But
Shit.
I really believe, I'm really certain that the Kinect is the joke that it is nowadays, not because of the Kinect itself, but mostly because of the games that it had at the time. And I'm not only talking about the Kinect from the Xbox One, I'm talking about the Kinect from the 360. The amount of shitty games from the developers that just wanted to make a cash-in grab game just for the sake of it were just like amazing. The amount of horrible games made that before, and like developed by studios that had no idea or neither the effort to learn how to make the Kinect work. But like when you play games that actually kind of mostly work with Kinect, and I'm talking about, I hate to talk about this, but I'm talking about Kinect Sports Series. And yeah, it is the dark times of Rare. Nobody likes what Rare has become during that time. Thankfully, it's all over. But Rare has proven to be quite capable and efficient with the Kinect and machine. And the Kinect and those games were like a proof that the Kinect works.
I think
somehow.
Bob's fallen asleep.
No, I'm awake. I'm just looking something up.
Maybe. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about Kinect. It's boring as hell, but I'm just trying to give a lecture here. But like, here's the thing: the Kinect has the technology for the objective that it has, but sadly, it has become the joke that it is because mostly of the games I recently bought Kinect Sports Rivals, the last entry of the Kinect Sports game. I bought a Kinect adapter to play on my One X and all stuff, and I like it. It's fun. It works mostly. So yeah,
It was just marketed badly. That was the biggest problem for it.
yeah, exactly.
It was,
Not the games and the politics. going
If
on.
they had got enough
Microsoft was
people-
just horrible.
if they had got people behind it, they would have got the developers to make decent games for it. But they just marketed it so horribly, and they made it such a necessity that people didn't want that the fans themselves kind of buried that. But I love my Kinect. I thought it was great for navigating shit.
Basically, Sky has done what Xbox tried to do during their E3 conference in 2013. TV Kinect.
Because it's already a TV company, it works because you're not. It's nothing extra.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like you're changing what you've got, but at least they're going to get some use out of all those Kinects that they've got sat. Like,
maybe they'll do like an Xbox/Sky integrated box where you get satellite straight to your console.
No, we use the Sky app on Xbox already.
Yeah, but maybe they'll make it like a whole standalone deal.
Yeah, we are going to. And I doubt it.
I don't know because they're saying now that they're going to put Xbox Xcloud on TVs and shit, so it makes sense for them to.
No, it doesn't, because they are still trying to recover from the bad impressions that they had during that conference. Like,
but I'm just saying, I wouldn't
be involved with TV anymore. They don't want to.
I wouldn't be surprised if they make a Skybox with Xbox Xcloud baked into it.
Oh yeah, I can see that, like an Xcloud app built in. Yeah, definitely.
That'll work. I can see.
Definitely.
But I mean, make a console, a console just for that. This is just this is not even shooting yourself in the foot. This is shooting yourself in the head this time. So yeah.
Well, they're already working on cloud boxes, aren't they? It's already been very reliably leaked that they are making a little Xbox plug-in console. It's just cloud only.
You can get apps and shit on your Skybox, can you?
Yeah.
So there's no reason why you couldn't have an Xcloud app that just connects to Game Pass. So it makes sense for them to work with Sky on this one, I think, because it's going to put
shitty tellies go well. Then maybe they'll do
Don't
that.
they already have that, Ash? Isn't it called the Series S?
I don't know. Ask Fabio.
But just think about it, right? Though, like the amount of people that have Sky in the UK, if you can tap into that market, have a Game Pass, an Xcloud app baked into the Sky hardware, that's massive. That's like every box becomes an Xbox.
Yep.
I agree.
We will have to see. And then we will end this show on hopefully a sort of high note. Some strange Xbox Store activity. Looks like it's suggesting that backwards compatibility games are coming soon.
It's about time, isn't
it? There's been some rumours. I think Special Nick from Xbox Era said there was some coming in November. And then the other day, a handful of games popped up on the store that had been converted from the old store to the new store with a November 30th release date. Now, this normally happens just before they announce backwards compat games or at the same time. Not all of them happen. It could just be for testing purposes and stuff like that. But usually this leads to them coming out or in some aspect. So the list of it's a weird list. So the first one is Dead or Alive 3, which is a Xbox launch title, which would make sense. Dead or Alive Ultimate, Full Spectrum Warrior, 10 Hammers, Gladius, Gun Valkyrie, Advent Rising, and Chicken Little. So,
that's it?
Yeah.
That's it? Good.
Maybe they'll announce that they've had the FPS boost.
Yeah,
I was hoping for like at least 20 games.
This is all that's been found, and they have since disappeared since they were announced and uncovered. So
Back Compat has really slowed down, isn't it, recently?
Yeah.
To be fair,
I mean, recently it's
really
been years since we got anything.
Like here's the thing.
I suppose they're trying to concentrate on putting more stuff into Game Pass, so they're concentrating more on that than doing other stuff.
Maybe.
I want fear. Give me fear.
Yeah.
One thing that I was quite curious because Ash said that probably it was going to be announced next month. Next month is November, and EXO, all the EXOs that we had, EXO 18 and 19 happened during November. So, and I was kind of thinking maybe this is just indicating that we are going to have an EXO events. Maybe I don't know. Or at least something.
They'll announce something around the 20th anniversary. It'll probably be tied in with that. It'll just sort of be like the week of the 20th anniversary. This will be one of the announcements.
Maybe we'll get that big acquisition announcement that every fucking insider seems to think is coming.
Everyone here. I'm the only one here who doesn't believe yet that there's going to be announcements, acquisition announcements going on during the Game Awards. But everyone else here thinks that it is going to happen during the Game Awards for some reason.
Makes sense.
It'll make sense though. If they're not doing an XO show, where else are you going to announce it?
I don't know. Doing any sort of event, it doesn't have to.
Why
be
do its
during
own
the Game
event when
Awards.
they can go on the Game Awards though? With
I don't think they did that on
Millions.
Bethesda.
They will.
They
Because
literally
they
came
never
out one
did
day and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, we bought Bethesda."
Yeah.
That's
Exactly,
pretty much how they
because they-
announced it, wasn't it?
Because like they never did any sort of studio acquisitions during the Game Awards, and some people were trying to make me comprehend this by saying, "Oh, but they announced the Xbox Series X there," and like that's not a studio acquisition.
it doesn't matter though. They could announce it. I'm not saying they will, but why would
Yeah.
if they were gonna? Why not?
I don't know.
It's the
They
one.
didn't-
It's the
I
one
don't-
time it's going to get the most views. And if it's a good studio, if it's a
Sorry.
shit studio, they won't. If it's only a little one, they'll not announce it there. But if it's a big meaty studio, why would you not want to slap your dick out and be like, "Look at this, boys"?
Only if it is like
Sony fans, you're all
only-
watching, thinking you're getting Metal Gear Solid by Blue Box. Fuck you. We've bought Take-Two. I know they're not buying Take-Two, but it's
Yeah,
funny
like,
as fuck.
Only if it is something like that. We bought Take-Two, we bought Sega, we bought Capcom. Only those studios, like I think it would be something huge enough to announce during the Game Awards.
I don't think buying Sega would be huge. I just
Redis, we never
Nah.
liked you. You know that, right? We always say
Sega's not the company that it used to be though. They're just what have they put out recently that's like even remotely decent?
Yakuza,
They're just regurgitating their old titles.
Monkey Ball.
Yeah. Yakuza's one of those where it's a niche game. Like, not everybody's going to rush out to buy that
This
and play
is
that.
the guy
What
who
is that?
literally in this episode said that the original GTAs are the best, and he wants to play the re-releases of them. And that Ubisoft games aren't good anymore; they're only good originally.
Exactly.
Yeah, Yakuza's they're a niche game. Like,
They are very. The back catalogue of Sega is what I don't care if they never make another Sega game ever once they buy them. But if they just release all the old Sega games, I'm down for that shit. Because that's what I want. The classics that have just been long forgotten. Like, re-release all the Dreamcast games. Oh, I'd be down for that.
if they're going to buy Sega, I would like to see them go back and invest time and money into remaking, and not even like
making,
fucking porting them over. I want to see them remake the classics like Golden Axe and fucking
That'd be cool.
Shinobi and.
I don't think it's going to happen though. I think it's going to be like not Take-Two, IO Interactive
I don't think it's gonna
and
be Sega. I
Avalanche.
think it's gonna be Take-Two.
No, it's going to be those like smaller studios like Avalanche, IO Interactive, those sort of smaller.
I would be all for them buying Avalanche. I think Avalanche are a great studio. Mad Max was fucking incredible. Yeah. If they do buy Avalanche, I want them to put them to work on Mad Max 2 because that game deserved a sequel. That game was so good.
A Far Cry 5 could not Far Cry. Just Cause 5 could be amazing if it had a budget and time. Because Just Cause 3 was really good. I loved it. Just Cause 4 was horrible. Like it felt rushed.
Just awful. Yeah, it was awful.
Was clearly rushed out on a deadline.
It was unplayable on the Xbox One. It's one of those games that I'm sure it ran great on PC. Put it on a console, you just kill the fucking console. It's like Crysis. The guys over at Crysis, it wasn't a case of let's see how we can get this game to perform. It was just like, right, how high can we crank these settings to make PCs melt? It was that kind of like mentality, and it was stupid. These games are just unplayable in some cases because they were just cranked so high.
Okay,
that's why Crysis 3. That's why Crysis 3 is still like being tested on games today. I got on benchmarks today.
You've got me curious now. I have to launch Just Cause 4 on my Series X later.
I played it a few weeks ago. It's actually running really smooth now.
Really?
Yeah, they brought it's a new version now. It's like Far Cry 4, Just Cause 4 Reloaded.
You're all about that Far Cry.
Yeah,
everyone's about Far Cry. It's not even Far. Yeah, we are going, and so I bring back the joke. Far Cry. That's it.
Far Cry.
I'm just all about that joke now.
Getting back on topic, are any of those games of interest to you guys? I mean, it'd be nice for like Dead or Alive 3, which was a launch game for the original Xbox, to come out the sort of week of the anniversary, but the rest are not. There's nothing amazing there. I mean, Little is awful.
Like I don't necessarily care about what. a specific game in this list. I just cared for the fact that back compatibility is back. Like that's everything I want to know. You can have a wave of bad games coming back, or another one, but please just tell me that this program is back, so we can have the hype to at least hope to have an awesome game to come back, like Fear or something like that.
Well,
Also, I don't think it's wise to start announcing Back Compat games this close to Christmas, because everybody's mindset is very much going to be on new releases. No one's going to give a shit about games coming to backwards compatibility at this moment. Give it to absolutely Lollipop Chainsaw was fucking incredible, but this time of year it makes no sense to start talking Back Compat because everybody's going to be off playing Halo or Far Cry or Battlefield's out in what, a month. Now you've got GTA thrown into the mix. Everybody's going to be playing that.
I feel it's just going to be part of like a bigger, like I say, a big week of or a month of announcements. It's not going to be amazing. They're just going to be like, oh yeah, we're also doing Back Compat, just as like to top it off.
Yeah, I think that they don't have to necessarily like release games of the backwards compatibility list yet, but they could at least announce that we are working on it and it is coming back next year. Something like that.
Who cares for
no
an
one's
announcement that something's coming back next year?
No one's going to care this time of year.
Give us the games or
No, wait
you know what's going to happen, right? Phil Spencer's going to come out with a suitcase and he's going to open it up and his big money dick's going to flop out and he's going to announce a Take-Two acquisition.
No, but wait a second. So you want the games now, so it makes no sense but rather said that people are only caring about new games during Christmas.
No, but they don't. People don't care for announcements that they are working on. No one will give a shit if it's that. That could mean anything. That's
no way.
No, they won't. No,
it'll
just be spun as a negative. Like, why come out and say something that's so trivial? Like, we are going to do more Back Compat games soon.
2 minutes ago, we were excited for a rumor saying that maybe backwards compatibility is coming back.
Yeah, because there's the rumor is that these games have got a November 30th release date, not next year.
I'm all right if they come out next year and say this, but like to say it a month before Halo comes out, no one's going to give a shit.
Wouldn't you be happy at least by the fact that it's coming back?
They've already said it was coming back ages. When it first went away, they said eventually it will come back.
Yeah, and where it is now.
I know, but we're still in the first year of these consoles, which are main priority.
Other than the Fear games, which I've played them all,
War in the North.
There is one game that my 360 is hooked up for, and I will share that with everybody because you cannot get it anywhere. You cannot get it.
Attention, everybody!
You cannot get it anywhere anymore, and it does not work on the newer versions of Windows.
Yeah, I've got a copy of that as well.
Battle for Middle-earth 2, baby.
Yep.
Well done. I thought you were talking about some Battlefield game I hadn't fucking heard of.
And it does play like shit on the 360, but it's better than nothing because the new versions of Windows won't even run. I mean, I've got the PC game right here, but Windows 10 won't play it.
Damn.
So I'm stuck with the 360 version.
Attention, for 1 second, I was going to say something like, attention, everybody, this CD has been inside Bob's 360 since the release date, and he never took it out.
So, I mean, there are a few titles that I've got my 1X still hooked up because of the optical audio cable that they took out of the Series X. I play Rocksmith with my real guitars so that I have the backing band with my guitar, and without the optical audio cable, the lag is so bad from the time you hit the string to the time you hear the sound, it's unusable.
I've always wanted to play Rocksmith. I never actually got it there.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it looked really good. I didn't know what you needed to set it up with. That's why I'd never
You
bothered.
need a 1/4-inch to USB connector, the game, and an electric guitar.
Oh, okay. Well, I got the guitar. I just need the cable.
Yeah. And the cable, you can get it on Amazon. It's the Ubisoft Real Tone cable. It's $24 for just that cable.
Fucking hell.
Also, though, for knowledge, when the new Rocksmith comes out next year, you don't need any cables. You can put your phone next to it and somehow it does it off.
I
Your
don't know
phone.
how
I'm not
much I
sure
trust
how.
that though. Like, yeah, I don't know how much I trust that.
In theory, that's really awesome, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But who
That
knows?
sounds
And
sketchy as shit. Surely
it
the mic on
also,
your phone. It all depends on the mic on your phone. If you've got a shit mic on your phone,
You
then
know
it's gonna
what
sound
that
awful.
reminds me of? That skateboard from a Tony Hawk game that
Oh,
we
yeah.
had.
Oh God.
It reminds
That
me of
fucking
that.
peripheral.
That's
so amazing.
back when those dance pads and stuff were real big. So somebody had the bright idea, let's put a real piece of wood underneath of them. Or wasn't even that. It was plastic, wasn't it?
The day Tony Hawk died,
Uh,
when they brought out that fucking board.
like it was solidly constructed. Like you could actually skate on it if you put like wheels under it, but like it just didn't work at all. Like
No, do you know what the
the
thing is though? I
best
saw a
usage for
video
that
on this
was
the other
the
day.
armrest.
It does actually work. It's just the software that's running it is so bad it doesn't work. Like the board itself works. You could use the board and in other because they think they made 3 of them in the end, and the third one it works really well, and it's exactly the same board. It's just for some reason whoever coded the first couple was not very
Okay,
bright.
If it
Yeah.
actually works, then bring back that peripheral and bring
No,
back that
no,
game.
no.
to the
Don't
backwards
bring back
Buy a
that
compatibility.
peripheral.
skateboard and break your leg outside.
We don't need peripherals. VR is
Talking of
about,
this, though,
about as
this-
much as
this-
I'm willing to believe
this-
in. Everything
this-
else can
Like when
burn.
they announced Skate and said we are working on it, but we're not showing you. That is the sort of saying that them coming out and saying, well, we are going to restart doing backwards compat, but there's no news.
It's
or
just like
anything. That's
what
the
we
same
have
sort of,
right now.
"Ugh,
It's just like what we have
ugh."
right now. What they said.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
I just want the. I don't need the games. I just want the announcements and a
No,
date.
I want the
just
games.
want the
No,
release.
Give me
I-
games or just don't.
I don't
tell
want
us
to hear
till
back.
later.
I don't want to hear about backwards compatibility games. Not this time of year. I want Phil Spencer to come out seriously with his suitcase full of money, with his dick in the middle of it, flop it down on
Jesus
stage,
Christ.
saying, "We
What do y'all
bought
think
Take
about
Two."
that?
Yeah, the oosh.
That's
Like,
his
as it
E3
hits,
presentation. He's going to do that
or
on the middle of the
that
stage
company
at
that
E3
has
and say,
70 odd studios.
which
and
publisher?
You know,
The one
old
beginning
Phil's
with
got
E.
some balls too, because he did that shit 2 years ago
Yeah,
at
he
the
did.
Game Awards.
He
It was
did.
it was a false rehearsal where he was supposed to make some announcement about Game Pass, and he came out and announced the Series X. And Jeff Keighley was like, he didn't know what to say. He was like, "Well, there you go. Unexpected things always happen in here at the Game Awards."
Yeah,
Yeah,
Do you
and
think-
he just
did that
literally
really
didn't give a
happen?
shit with that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They did the pre-show, do you know, like where they test it and they do the dress
Yeah.
rehearsal, and it played a Game Pass video, and then when it came to the actual show, on the show flicked it to a different one, and
They-
Jeff Keighley was like, "That's not
Microsoft.
PlayStation."
Microsoft.
If
That's
I'd have known about that, I'd have
It's
told
disgusting,
Sony about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
I
recent
don't-
years, Microsoft
yeah.
definitely keep their cards very close to their chest. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
I
even think they. I don't even think they had like a bigger. Was it a big show where they announced the Bethesda acquisition? It was literally like
No,
one day they just
Phil
announced they had
tweeted it
Bethesda.
randomly, middle of the day.
It was
Oh,
just
yeah.
a Twitter
That's
post.
true.
out
I
of
saw it and
nowhere.
was like, "That's got to be a fake," and then I realized Phil tweeted
Yeah.
it. I was like,
Scrambled-
"God, they're getting a bit silly, these insiders now."
Had scrambled eggs for breakfast. Lol. By the way, bought Bethesda. It's like that kind of tweet.
I just noticed that it's like we've been talking non-stop during this whole episode, and our guest just has been really quiet because we just don't shut up.
Yeah.
So sorry, Timmy. Jesus Christ.
I have
It was
said
hard
that,
to-
I don't know
Timmy,
whether
the
people
floor
hear.
is yours.
It's hard to get a word in. So many
They
Right,
said
well,
that
let's get
Ubisoft
apologize.
might buy that company that has like the 70 studios, or the one beginning with E something
Yeah.
that has like Gearbox and all that lot under them.
Oh, they're
Oh,
like
that-
the
that-
equity
the Game
group that
Pass.
owns all of them.
I
I'd
thought they
sell-
were. I thought they
I'd
were going
sell
to buy
for Warner
E.
Brothers.
I thought they were going to buy EA soon because I don't know.
What?
Well,
I don't
Tencent
know.
are now the majority stakeholder of Bloober, aren't they? Now they're now a majority. They own the majority of Bloober. Tencent the other day bought them. So
Fucking hell. We need Tencent. We need to do something to get rid of Tencent. They're just
Microsoft, go buy
May come to that.
Tencent.
Who buys Tencent? Oh my god.
I worry about Tencent. I think they're gonna just ruin everything.
Maybe.
And they've been like capped or something that they can't go too much because their country won't let them or something.
Oh, I don't know.
for the other the music side, because they own a lot of music companies as well. They've had to sell some of it because they got too big in the sort of national countries.
I heard
they've been
that-
told to sell some of
Sorry.
it because of it's unfair, basically.
I read somewhere that the only reason why Microsoft hasn't announced the big Bethesda like acquisition is because they are like monopoly clauses or some shit that they're not allowed to do that. bollocks, isn't it?
Microsoft could buy every company and there'd still not be a monopoly because they are last. Out of the three main competitors, Microsoft are last. So even if they bought up even if they bought like 10 studios, they're still last. If they were to top, if it's like PlayStation and bought all these companies, that's a bit more of a monopoly. But Xbox are so far behind. It's not.
I
They're
think
just trying
one day-
to catch up.
I think one day, maybe not in our lifetime, but I think one day people will go online and see that Microsoft has bought Sony. I think that'll happen.
Oh my god.
No, that won't happen at all.
Why?
I think it will.
No, that's a monopoly. That's
It might not happen in our lifetime.
Yeah.
But I think that will happen.
That's a bad thing, to be honest. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
No, because if they did that, there'd be no competition, and then they
got
wouldn't
Nintendo.
make the effort anymore.
No,
yeah.
Nintendo. They don't compete with Nintendo. They already
Yeah.
said
No,
that.
they don't.
And
Then it's not
technically,
monopoly then, is it?
Apple makes more money than Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo combined a year in gaming.
Because
Yeah, Apple.
So
idiots
that's
go out
a
and buy the
monopoly.
same fucking phone every year.
Yeah.
No, that's just from the gaming side.
Oh,
Just
wow,
from
really?
gaming revenue,
That's
Apple
crazy.
makes more than all three of them combined a year.
When you consider that
Wow.
all those games are
Because
microtransactions.
mobile gaming makes
Yeah.
something like
People trying to get
1.7
games.
billion a week or something. Mobile
God.
gaming makes like
And that's
1.7
ridiculous.
billion a
Yeah.
week.
Those phone games, those microtransactions are so bad, because they have like those cooldowns where it's like you have to buy more gems, otherwise you can't play anymore. Like it's so, oh man,
Yep.
yeah, and people are addicted to that stuff.
That's mobile gaming for you.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I don't want to see that in console gaming. I mean,
No.
you need to stay as far away from it. If
That would
you're
be
paying
awful.
$70 for a game, you shouldn't have a
Really?
single microtransaction in it.
And this is why we are so glad that loot
They
boxes
make more money
died.
from microtransaction than they do games.
Have they
That's the
died
problem.
though, or have they just been
For
reworded?
the majority of the games, they died actually. But EA
'Cause-
is still trying to. EA and Blizzard are still trying to push that.
Yeah, they still got Ultimate Team.
How many cosmetics are now in the Assassin's Creed store? How many are
Yeah.
in
a lot.
Rise of the Phoenix? How many are probably going to be in Far Cry?
Yeah, okay. but-
Microtransactions are still there. They've just
No, I'm
pushed
not
them
saying
to a different
no,
area.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
about microtransactions. I'm talking about loot boxes, totally random loot drops, and that's it.
Be interested to see what Overwatch 2
Like-
does.
Microtransactions are kind of different because at least you are sure that I want to buy that skin, I'm gonna get that skin. I'm paying to get exactly that skin, and not I'm paying to get a chance to have the skin.
Yeah, or like duplicates, which is insane.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They
That's the difference.
literally turn children into gambling addicts. And they don't even show any remorse for it.
Because
Yeah.
games don't sell that many copies, so they have to find a way of making money. Because they can't make much money from just the games themselves. That's why they put microtransactions in to make all the money that they don't make from the game sales.
Unless if you are EA.
Make a better fucking game. Simple. If the game's good, it'll sell.
Yeah, but no game sells over 100 million copies though. Like the only game that done that is only 3 games. Every other game's got about 20 million or less.
GTA 5 made 1 billion in its first week of being on sale.
EA,
And it's been out for fucking 8 years, and it's still one of the top 10 sales, isn't it?
EA says that they gained from the Madden series $4 billion yearly. Just from the Madden series. And
Crazy
still
money.
we have the loot box in it.
Well, on that fantastic, fucking disappointing bombshell,
I know.
And
we'll
on that
call that the
bombshell,
end of the show. So, thank you very much, everyone who's been listening in the chat.